feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. It on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
You want to take a dinghy? No, I took care of that at the press conference.
Well, have some of the yellow. And don't get cheap on me.
Just hang loose, blood. We'll catch up and eat that out of the
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
Oh, it is letting me talk over. I didn't think it would because it doesn't have the EOM on it. So usually I get the little light there.
Yeah.
Good morning. I got to pot this down, though.
I couldn't resist. I was working on a side project all in my office for like an hour and a half yesterday. And Mike was like, "What's he doing?" That.
There
I was
it
doing
was.
that.
Well, awesome. So there you go. And to be honest, you got to listen to all those clips because they're all ones that they're like everyone's an inside joke. To be honest.
Oh yeah, totally.
They're like all movie clips that we joke about. That and half of them we can't really do on the air because the rest of the scene's not family friendly.
Right.
But
which was a fun dig yesterday, trying to find the ones I'm like, we're gonna push the barrel just a little bit.
So good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. And happy middle of the week, everybody.
Happy almost vacation time.
Oh, yeah. Got a couple more days here before we gallivant west. So
go west, young man.
Yeah. You know, at the beginning of during the news there, they were talking about opening the Robert E. Lee house at Arlington Cemetery. It's open now, I guess, after a $12 million renovation and COVID, I guess. You know, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
People weren't there. But that's an interesting house if people don't know. That's so that land where Arlington National Cemetery and where that house is, that was land owned by Martha Washington of George Washington fame. His wife, that was the Custis family. That was her maiden name, the Custis, George Washington's Martha Custis. And so it was the Custis family. Well, Robert E. Lee married into that family, the Custis family. So that land was bequeathed to him via the Custis family, which is attached to Martha Washington. Right. So that was his private land. And then at the time of the Civil War, when he fought for the South, his family moved to Richmond, the United States, claimed the land. And during the Civil War, with the battles and stuff fought in that area, Northern Virginia, it was a hospital. And so the house was destroyed pretty much. It was used as a hospital. They buried the bodies out.
A battle hospital too. So it's
field hospital.
Yeah, we're talking about like MASH basically.
During the Civil War era. So there's like piles of limbs laying in the backyard and things like that. The whole place is filled, just trashed. They buried the bodies out in the yard and that's how it became a national cemetery. But the house is there to this day and they've renovated and built it. But it was a mansion home and and matter of fact, the funniest, my wife, she's probably sleeping. She was sawing wood when I left. So she told me, but like when she was younger, before we met, she'd got to go to D.C. and Arlington Cemetery with her family. And they were there at the President Kennedy's Eternal Flame that's right there. Right. And they're standing there and they're like, oh, yeah, it was real nice. I was like, you see the Robert E. Lee house? And like, what are you talking about? I was like, you remember a big house that was like when you were standing there behind at the President's Eternal Flame, did you turn around? She's like,
just give it a quick 360.
Yeah, I kind of remember there was a house. I was like, yeah, that's kind of a big deal, that house back then.
Kind of a thing.
So, but I heard it was open.
So you're pretty sure that she's sleeping right now?
I think so. She was out when I was.
In fairness, most things are a pretty big deal. Yeah. I just had to get that while she was still sleeping. Sorry.
That was a short joke.
That was. I feel like I had to be the one to make it.
Yeah. Well, no, I make them too.
You do.
I do. I make them too. You know, I too am short, so I can make them.
That's right. Yeah, it's
kind of like, hey, I'm short too. So
I'm
I can
Italian, so I'm going to make these jokes. Right.
Yeah, but I just hang out with shorter people, so now I feel tall.
There you go. It's the old find ugly friends in high school and look better by comparison mindset.
Exactly. Yeah, you just surround yourself.
In your case, you found much more beautiful people to surround yourself with.
But they're shorter.
Yeah. I'm trying to dig my way out of this one. I'm like, there's a possibility she's awake right now.
Yeah. Oh, here's my other thing I had coming into work. Is there any way that, I know it's the summer, now we got people traveling, it's all good. Come visit, come tourist in New Mexico.
Bring it on.
But can you Texans please learn to drive? Good Lord, man.
No.
I came to work today and not one, and this was 6:30 in the morning. It was like, it's not that busy. You know, it's people are still kind of getting out and at 'em. And so I drive down Main Street for, I don't know, 3-4 miles. That's you know, it's on a trafficy day about 10-15 minutes.
Sure.
Normal day probably about 7-8. But anyway, in that short span, I run into not one but 2 vehicles that are just straight driving like dummies. And sure enough, both of them got them big Texas plates, right? You don't have to come to complete stop to make a right turn off of Main Street. You just don't.
No.
You don't. You don't have to do that. 2, there's yellow lines. You don't, when you get into the left lane, if your back half of your car is still hanging out into the drive lane,
Right.
you're doing it wrong. If you can't get your, and they're not like even Mack trucks. These are just, you know, they're not your little Sparks, but they're, you know,
No, they're
cars that easily could fit in the lines provided. And these clown shoes still can't get them in there.
No, I've dealt with that on so many different places. I mean, Oklahoma, it was notorious for that. It's like the half turn. Commit. If you're going to turn, commit. Well, I don't know if I want to turn here. You need to figure that out 2 blocks ago.
I'm trying to decide which ones annoy me more. The people that do that move, that half leave their cars out or just do that, or the person that once it's bumper to bumper traffic and the person in the left lane decides they need to turn right now.
I watched a car with no blinker, and that's the other thing. For God's sakes, people, use your indicators. I watched a car get into the right lane, drive down, I think it was Main, for like a good, half mile. I'm watching this dude, and then I notice he all of a sudden whips across this lane into the turn lane to get to turn. I'm like, you almost caused a 7-car pileup because you needed to turn right there.
Yeah, exactly. The folks that do these moves, you people.
All right. You drivers, you know who you are.
We're gonna have a problem. Y'all need to get because you're the part of the problem. And in the when you got a lot of people on the road trying to get to the same direction, it only works when we all kind of stick to the rules. When you got the one person that decides they don't, rules, I don't play by the rules.
Yeah, who needs rules?
You're the clown shoe that's screwing up everything.
You're the one.
You're the one. And we as a people, we're going to come after you.
This escalated quickly.
The line draws here. Not here, but here.
We shall meet on the courthouse lawn.
And we will solve this with you losing.
And you will know which way I am going because I will use my turn signals.
I will indicate the direction of which I will destroy you.
I intend on striking right.
Yeah, but come on. Just think about it. If you're thinking, hey, I'm going to turn left, maybe I should make sure. Give myself, you know what? They generally speaking, they give you enough time in those ones that give you a turn lane too to get there. And if you drive a big truck and you don't know how to drive the big truck, stop driving the big truck, okay? I know you all love to have your big trucks, and you're like, oh, it's so great. But when you people can't park them in parking spaces, it's a problem.
I know that we don't have like traffic cop or like parking traffic cops here really in town, meter maids, but I kind of feel like we need them because I've seen more double parking in this town in the last like month than I've ever seen in my entire life.
I think it's just people don't know how to drive.
That's the most annoying thing in the world. I double parking is maybe my biggest pet peeve.
I think we need to bring coloring back.
Coloring?
I don't think kids color enough.
Yeah.
Kids don't color enough anymore, and I think we used to color a lot as a kid, and I think it trained us for driving later.
We were thinking outside the box, and we were too busy to think inside the lines.
Mm-hmm. So, kids, adults, go get coloring books. Practice. Get you the big box of crayons. I think they're relatively inexpensive in this day and age. Science and technology has allowed even the 64 box of crayons to be affordable for all of us.
Colored wax is remarkably affordable.
Yeah. Get the one with the pencil or the crayon sharpener. Yeah, it's great.
I recommend adult coloring books. The lines are a little tighter. You got to kind of use the colored pen. It keeps you real tight in those lines.
Based on driving skills, start with the simple.
Start with the Mickey Mouse book. Work your way up to the adult
and then
books.
As we get there, then trade your crayons in for color pencils and get the harder books there. But I think that'll help us.
Here's hoping. We can make it happen, people. We just got to
learn to drive coloring books.
Got to get them young.
I like it. I like it a lot. Let me give you the rundown.
Yes.
Good news. No guests this hour, so we're going to talk and rant and rave all hour.
More of this.
Boy, howdy, that's going to be fun. And then in the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15, Leah Boone with Central Valley Electric Cooperative will join us, give us an update on what's happening out at CVE. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, about 9:15, we'll have the folks in the Roswell Community Little Theater join us and tell us what they've got happening out at the Community Little Theater. I know they're doing their improv nights and all the shows in the works and things, so we'll talk about them and what they've got going on about 9:15.
So hot thespian action in the 9:15 hour.
Maybe we can get them to do a play to teach people how to drive.
There you go. I feel like though that the people that we would want to attend this play that need the info, they wouldn't
bring it to the masses.
Oh,
we're going to brown bag
theater,
street theater, do it all. I don't care. You could be in Walmart. Next thing you know, they're standing in next to the sodas, just doing their "Don't drive outside the lines."
What that reminds me of is, and I don't know if you remember this, but people who are my age, especially ones who went to school here, will remember every 15 minutes.
Oh yeah,
did you guys do that?
I remember every 15
So every 15 minutes, for those who didn't get to do this, was a program where they would every throughout the school day, every 15 minutes, they would have somebody in like a full blown like Reaper suit, like a Grim Reaper, come in and take one person out of class.
Oh, yeah.
And that person died because every 15 minutes someone is killed in a drunk driving accident. But that person was then not allowed to talk to anyone else for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I remember them doing something like that. Yeah.
I never was one of the taken ones, but like I was told like what happened. And like they take you off, they show you a bunch of like the videos of like red concrete and stuff like that, I'm assuming. And then they at one point I think they said they put the drunk goggles on you to show you what it looks like or what you would see.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, and this was the coolest part, and this is what reminded me of it. Over the loudspeaker, you hear this like announcement, yada yada, and we were instructed to go outside out to the by the cafeteria area, and they had staged a massive car accident.
Oh wow!
Like they took two cars and just smashed them. I don't know if I'm not sure how they did it. But these things, we were wrecked.
Maybe they're pre-smashed.
Yeah, and then they had like ambulances that were like wheeling, the ones who had died off. All the while, like the Reapers walking around. It was real. Like obviously, it had an effect because I still remember it to this day.
Yeah, you got it.
But yeah, I mean, it was intense. It just was kind of interesting. That's what I think we need for the traffic play.
There you go.
We're gonna have to go dramatic with it.
Well, I know, like some of the rescue, like their training stuff, they do some of that around here, and like they dissimulated some of that.
Yeah,
it was about a year ago. So
I think so. Yeah.
They had to tell everybody, hey, this is just a training scenario.
Or like what they did with Navajo 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think the one that was a year ago, that was even more because
that was just
they simulated accidents and things like that. Yeah, but that's. I don't think we went that extreme in school.
No,
I remember like the Grim Reaper taking people out of class, but I don't think they simulated big car wrecks and all.
Yeah,
that.
ours was a little later on. They might have like worked that into the program.
Yeah, I was a few years ahead of you.
It was at Roswell High, and I want to say that was my sophomore year, maybe. So we'll call it 99 to 2000.
Now I got to see all those drunk driving videos in driver's ed in 10th grade, and so like, well, and I
blood on the pavement, dude. That one destroyed me.
Yeah, I don't know if they still show these movies because they're a bit dated. Like every one of the movies they showed looked like they filmed them in the 60s, and it was blood flows red on the highway, and There was also the one about My Bloody Prom Dress or something like
funny
that.
Is a few minutes ago, I called it Red Concrete. That was actually the name that they used of the parody of these on Rocco's Modern Life. I'm shocked that I remembered that because they made a joke of like the horrific things you see in driver's ed class, those videos, and they called it Red Concrete.
Yeah, this is but these were all like from the 60s. So I don't know if they're showing the same ones or new ones.
Here's the one that sticks out in my head. The one clip from it was they just showed a person loading parts of a body into a truck. That's the one that like it was like a torso, and they were like, I was like, "Oh God,
yeah,
how bad was your accident?"
I had to do that in the Air Force too.
Load parts of bodies.
No. Watch those kind of videos. But not for drivers, but for like around aircraft safety.
Oh God. Right?
Oh yeah. It was some. I saw some. I don't want to get like because it's but like the ones that there's two that haunt me. One where a guy gets sucked into the intake on an aircraft carrier.
I've seen that.
Yeah, it's an A6.
Now, you ever seen the one where the guy comes out the other side alive?
No, there's nobody that comes out alive.
I've seen it.
Then it's staged.
I'll have to find it.
Unless it's the one that on the Navy aircraft carrier survived because his helmet went in first and it was a small intake.
That might have been the one I'm thinking of. But I just remember one where it like showed a dude just getting sucked in and sucked. This was years ago.
Yeah, I think that guy he got sucked in and he came out the front end.
Maybe. I have to go back and look.
I think that's the Navy A6 one. But then there was one that, because they don't let you wear, when you're on the flight line, you don't wear jewelry at all.
Right.
Even your wedding ring. It all comes off. And they showed us like horror of what happens when you leave. And the one that was bad was some guy was climbing up a ladder and his ring got caught on the ladder and it basically umbrellaed his finger.
Oh my God! Why are we doing this? It's not even 7:30.
So that's what's good. That was that.
I tried to start the day with "Where are the white women at?" Why are you hitting me with this now?
It's your fault.
It is me. I put weird juju in the air.
All right, I'm gonna do the weather now.
Palate cleanse.
Yeah, palate cleanse. Maybe I'll go have a soda, and then we'll recharge and not talk about your driver's ed class. 7:22 here is your weather. More hotness on the way.
Meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Get ready for a few days of very hot temperatures. We'll be hitting around 103 to 105 this afternoon. We have high pressure over the Four Corners area and downslope wind coming off the mountains, and that'll crank our temperatures up today. We'll be getting plenty of sunshine, upper 60s overnight and clear, and then another sunny hot day tomorrow with our highs between 106 and 108. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 75 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 22%. Winds are, in fact, calm at the moment. Sunny today. Expect, like he said, a high of around 104, so it's going to be warm. South winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight. Overnight low of 69 degrees with southwest winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Thursday, sunny and a high, 108 tomorrow with southwest winds 5 to 10 in the morning, 10 to 15 in the afternoon. Mostly clear tomorrow night with an overnight low of 68. Southwest winds 5 to 10. Friday, not any better. Sunny skies, a high of 107. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, mostly sunny, high of 101. Sunday, sunny with a high of 101. They were talking about like a little slight chance of rain then, but that's all gone away. And then next week, Monday, sunny, high of 100. Tuesday, mostly sunny, high of 96. So got to wait a week to get back below 100 again. Next Tuesday is what they're saying. But lots of water. Just don't be outdoors too long. Sunscreen. Get into, do all that stuff next couple days. Make sure you stay hydrated and plenty of sunscreen and go inside from time to time and cool off. All right, it is 7:24. Let's go ahead and take a quick break, and then we'll be back on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
It's an old story. You go on vacation, you relax, you have a good time, and then you come home to a world of disarray. Your mail is backed up. You have 100 messages on your voicemail. Your lawn is 3 feet tall, and your pool has developed a nasty algae problem. Well, the good people at BioGuard can't solve all your problems, but they can help you with your pool. So before you go on vacation, stop at Mays Lumber at 115 South Virginia in Roswell and ask about their special vacation plan. BioGuard has a wide variety of products that will find algae free and take care of your pool. So when you come home from your vacation, you can depend on your pool to relieve your stress and not add to it. Because BioGuard guards more than your pool. They guard your time, your vacation, and your peace of mind. BioGuard at Mays Lumber, 115 South Virginia in Roswell.
We cut to order, special order, products old and new. You can count on Mays Lumber Company.
Times are changing, and today's funerals aren't always the sad and solemn events you might expect. This is Gabriel Casaus from Lagrone Funeral Chapel. Along with hymns and scriptures, today's funeral services are often filled with fish stories, country songs, and a joke or two, golf clubs and hot rods, favorite recipes, and kitchen disasters. At Lagrone Funeral Chapel, we believe a funeral should reflect your loved one's personality, passion, and sense of humor. When you lose a loved one, we're here, because at Lagrone Funeral Chapel and Crematory, we make it personal.
900 South Main, Roswell.
Today we're going to give you the 5th key to a great marriage, taken from Drs. Les and Leslie Perot. Hi, this is Pastor Troy and Julie Smotherman for The Joy of Marriage. The 5th key is commitment, living the love you promised.
Galatians 6:9 says, "And let us not get tired of doing what is right, for after a while we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't get discouraged and give up." You know, one of the keys to commitment is just deciding in your heart, I'm never giving up on God, I'm never giving up on my marriage, I'm never giving up on my family.
Commitment is a promise made and kept by two imperfect people. It's good for our kids to see that problems happen and we're committed to solving them together.
If you want all 5 keys to a great marriage, you can go to our website at jomconference.com.
You may have heard of SmartHub. SmartHub is Central Valley Electric's online tool for members to manage their electric account. With SmartHub, not only can you securely pay your bill online, you can view your detailed electric use 24 hours a day. You can report an outage while staying up to date with the latest co-op news, compare past and current electric use. Sign up for paperless billing or reoccurring payment so that your payment is never late. The best thing is you can access SmartHub from your computer, tablet, or smartphone, so it goes everywhere you go. Visit cvecoop.org to get started or give us a call.
As the school year comes to an end and COVID restrictions start to ease, don't lose sight of the lessons learned. Cover your cough, positive personal hygiene, respect one another, show and tell others you love them. Fiscal and social responsibility are great ways to show your love. This is Damon Graham, your local New York Life agent. I can help you show your love to others. Call me at 575-623-0803 so we can determine how you best can show your love. Expect to be blessed.
Being in the Army National Guard is about more than just serving your country. It's about being there for your community when your neighbors need you most. The Army National Guard makes college affordable. Serving part-time lets you attend school full-time while you take advantage of education benefits that can help you graduate debt-free. If a civilian career is your goal, serving part-time allows you to work at a full-time job. The skills, qualities, and contacts you'll develop in the Guard can open doors to a great civilian career. Want to serve but worried about being away from friends and family? Part-time service in the Army National Guard allows you to serve close to home. Serving in the Army National Guard lets you have the life you want while you enjoy the many benefits of serving your community and nation. You owe it to yourself to learn more about how the Army National Guard can fit into your life. Visit NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the New Mexico Army National Guard. Aired by the New Mexico Broadcasters Association and this station.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. More than 50% of Americans fall asleep on their sides. That's way better than falling asleep on someone else's side. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 7:29. Hey, don't forget, if you want to donate blood this week, you've got 2 opportunities here in Roswell. The first one will be tomorrow. at the Vitalant office from 11 to 2:30. Everyone that donates during that time will get a free T-shirt. If you can't make it on Thursday, Friday, they're doing a blood drive out at Eastern New Mexico Medical Center. They're in the Mesquite Room from 9 a.m. till 12:30. Once again, everyone that donates at the hospital will get a free T-shirt. If you can't make it those 2 days, then next Tuesday, June the 15th, they'll be back at the Vitalant office from 11:30 to 3. If you'd like to donate blood at either of these events, please call or text Stephanie with Vitalant at 575-840-8178. Again, 575-840-8178. And she'll get you an appointment. She'll get you all set up and good to go. And give the gift of life. Donate blood.
Sweet vein gravy.
There you go. So, another note of things we need to probably mention. The 9/11 mobile exhibit that will be in Artesia. Actually, I think tonight comes into Roswell, and then tomorrow they'll escort down to Artesia. It will end up, it has a new home in Artesia. It's going to be out at the Bulldog Bowl parking lot, which, fortunately for most people, everyone knows where the Bulldog Bowl is in Artesia.
It's centrally located. I mean, and a lot more space too. So
they do have a plethora of room there at the Bulldog Bowl. So the mobile 9/11 exhibit its home will be in Artesia, beginning June 11th through the 14th for the public at the Bulldog Bowl. We're still going to be doing our show out there Friday. All of us going to be out there doing our thing, but it'll be at the Bulldog Bowl. So if you go to Beige Veterans Park or City Hall and wonder, hey, where's everybody at? They moved to the Bulldog Bowl.
What happened?
Hey, what happened? They're at the Bulldog Bowl.
This is a weird memorial.
While you're there, though, you can see the Veterans Memorial they have.
Absolutely,
It's a beautiful statue. I want to say they dedicated and built that all up about 7 years ago, maybe. I remember when they dedicated it. It was... they had the wall with all the veterans that have served from Artesia that's up there, and they put names. But in the middle, they have like a statue with the eagle, and that is 9/11 related. And I don't remember all the details. I know Mike Deans was involved with it, and I want to say, but don't quote me on this, like some of the materials in the statue itself are from the World Trade Center.
Oh.
I don't quote me on that because I don't remember if that's accurate or not, but I seem to remember there was something attached like that to that statue there. So learn more this weekend.
That's right. Have all your questions and many more answered.
By the way, I got to tell you about the fine folks at Zia Guns.
Ah, yes.
Yes, Zia Guns USA here in Roswell. They got you covered. You need ammo? They got ammo. 22 ammo in stock. 50 count boxes of 9mm ammo in stock. Need accessories? Got you there, too. Oh, yeah. They are the largest Vortex optics dealer in the state. They now carry the Athlon spotting scopes. They, as always, have been your Benelli Stoger and Uberte dealer. And if you're looking for things that aren't guns, they got you covered there, too. Like
for after the hunt.
Yeah, coffee. Black Rifle Coffee, all you coffee drinkers out there.
Yeah.
I'm not a coffee drinker, but everybody I know that drinks coffee loves Black Rifle Coffee.
You know what I've been told is that Black Rifle is like one of the best coffees to French press.
Is it?
Because it's the beans they use are quality. It's a little stronger. It's not quite like overwhelmingly strong, and they say it makes a really good French press cup of coffee.
See, this is how Reuben coffee I am. You say French press, I think of a guy with a French accent, like putting an iron over coffee beans, going, "Dear little beans,
you will be done soon. It's almost there." Kind of. It's kind of like that.
Kind of like that?
It's pretty similar.
Okay. Yeah. But they got Black Rifle Coffee in stock. And, fellas, have you probably seen when you're on your line there on your Facebooks and what have you?
God knows I have.
We all have. The Dr. Squatch soaps. And you're thinking, I'd like to smell it. I'd like to touch it.
Yeah.
I'd like to take a knife and whittle with it.
That's the thing is I see those commercials. The only thing I want to do is smell that soap. I want to know what it smells like.
Well,
it looks like a kiwi.
It does. It looks edible. I know it's not, but it kind of looks tasty. But either way, don't eat it. They have it. Dr. Squatch soap and accessories. The fine folks at Zia Guns USA here in Roswell are your only full-fledged Dr. Squatch retailer here in Roswell. So come by, smell it, touch it, buy it.
Don't eat it.
Don't eat it. And then you get home, whittle with it.
Buy it first. Do with it what you want after that. Get it on you, in you, whatever you got to do. But buy it first.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to give you this tip. Don't eat the soap. You don't have to learn that on your own.
It's just whenever
I'll just tell you.
You know what it is when I see him cutting it? It's like that thing where you always see like somebody cut like a piece of an apple and they eat it off the knife.
It is a bit of cathartic feel to it.
A little bit.
Yeah, it is. But swing on by Zia Guns USA here in Roswell. They are open every single day except for Saturdays, because Saturdays is Family Day, and they recommend you do that too. They're even open on Sundays.
That's right.
So you're like, church, I didn't get my soap. My church.
Doggone it, I forgot my 9mm ammunition before church. Hate when that happens.
I went with Dr. Squatch. He went the other direction.
I can't praise the Lord if I can't pass the ammunition.
But stop on by. They're great people. 1907 North Main, or call them 575-622-0023. Yeah.
Yeah. Something else you're gonna notice in the local news. A lot of crazy people out there. The news today is mostly made up of suggestions of stuff that people need to stop doing.
Oh, really?
Apparently, a lot of people have been hitting the emergency stop at the Burt Murphy family splash pad.
Oh,
the
why?
emergency, I don't know. Because it's a button. Because people see a button, they want to push a button.
I get that.
Now, in fairness, there are triggers, like you can hit triggers out there that will trigger certain water features.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe people thought that was what it was. But then they have to bring a whole a tech out and they have to reset the thing.
Well, that sounds like a design flaw.
It's there for emergencies.
I know, but maybe they should. Put
it up higher.
I'm not educated enough to comment on this, but is it blend in with the other buttons that kids just push, or is it totally
I imagine
separate?
it has a sign that says emergency only. Do not
I understand
press.
that, but if you're a child that can't read and you're just pushing buttons to make things happen, and it's sitting there with the rest of them, then whose fault is that?
Look, man, I'm just here to report the news, all right?
I don't know because I haven't been out there, so maybe I'm way off base here. I don't know.
That's
I
a
haven't
spoiler,
seen it.
because that's going to be literally what you guys hear next. But yeah, and from what I remember, if I'm not mistaken, here's all the water features in the middle. There's some buttons there, off on the gate, like where you have your where the life raft and the pool skimmer thing would normally be. That's where the button was, off on the fence, on the wrought iron fence. I'm pretty sure it's up higher too, so kids couldn't access it.
Well, what if the kid needs to shut it down?
Well, so you're presenting your own counter argument here?
I'm just playing devil's advocate on everything.
Everything. On every single... Right when I was zigging with you zagged on me. Ugh.
I got a little Creed in me going, what if?
What if I...
Yes, Creed reference, 7:37 in the AM.
Well played. Pretty sure Scott Stapp just got a royalty check for that.
Oh, man. Oh, but speaking of things not to do, I got a press release from the city yesterday, something they don't want you to do.
This is the other thing I think that's in the news.
Yeah, this is, and it makes sense. They don't want people fishing at the bird sanctuary.
Yeah.
Many birds benefit. I'm just going to read the press release. Many birds benefit from the habitat and natural resources at the J. Kenneth Smith Bird Sanctuary and Nature Center in West Roswell. At the same time, many citizens and visitors to the city enjoy watching the birds and strolling through the sanctuary at 401 North Sycamore.
I love it. It's like one of my favorite places to go. Solitude and a walk.
Something that should not be done at this location, however, is fishing in the ponds.
Right.
Fishing is prohibited in order to protect the water resources that are important to the birds and other wildlife. Fishing in the ponds, which are not very deep, can result in damage, tearing, and punctures to the liner of the ponds. Yeah, the ponds have liners.
Right.
That's the big reason. It's not that the fish, the hooks get in the liner and put holes in the liner. And I'm not a science major, but when you have something that's holding water and you put a hole in it, the water leaves.
Yeah.
So that's what's going on there.
It seeps. It goes in the dirt and it damages the integrity of the pond itself.
Yeah. Now you're thinking, all right, one hook, come on. But I guess over time that adds up.
And here's the thing. Like I said, I go out there on the regular, when I'm kidless, and I see fishermen all the time out there. Like to the point where I just thought it was a thing.
I got one way to stop it.
Stop stocking the ponds?
Well, I mean, who's the biggest fan of birds that you know? Birds.
Birds?
Particularly pigeons.
Cats?
Particularly pigeons.
Cats?
I'm thinking of a person.
Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
Oh.
Exactly.
You want to get Mike Tyson on this?
Just hang out there. He sees guys fishing. They ain't going to be fishing. Mike Tyson hanging around.
Excuse me, how many do you put your pole and your tackle back in your truck?
I don't care how old Mike Tyson is. That man tells you to do something, you're going to do it.
Sir, this is your second warning. Don't make me give you a third.
I'm telling you, that man will enforce no fishing out there. And he likes the boards. So.
No fishing, or else I'm not going to finish that. I'm going to say no fishing or else fisting, but no, that's way worse.
A little bit. Yeah. But so point is, folks, they're asking you not to go fishing out at the bird sanctuary. Go watch the birds, enjoy it, walk, lure. No, that's not right. Woo your dates.
Lure your dates in.
Let me correct that.
Pull into the parking lot in your windowless van. Offer candy and fun stories.
That wrong word. Woo your dates there, and enjoy the area, but no fishing there, please. Go to the many other places you can fish around here. So.
Plenty of places to dip a line, and this is I personally use the sanctuary for a little solitude, and it's a great place to take selfies. Saying. I've seen a lot of people take their senior photos and like wedding photos out there too. It's very picturesque. A lot of nature.
That makes sense. I mean, it's really nice and everything.
There's a couple of really cool like old wooden style bridges kind of over the creek area.
They call those San Diego. I believe it's an old wooden boat.
Old wooden boat ship. But yeah, it's very picturesque. It's a nice little spot.
Oh, cool.
Great place to go when you're getting your oil changed at Richland.
There you go. Stroll over while you're waiting. I don't know. Usually I wait till they have food.
At the sanctuary?
No, at Richland.
Do they have food at Richland?
If you go in there at like certain times of the day, you change oil. Next thing you know, there's a bucket of chicken sitting there or pizza. And now, granted, I think because I shuck and jive with everybody.
I was going to say, you hang out in the front.
Yeah, so I got to imagine they just give me the pizza. But I don't know. You go in there and talk nice to them, I bet you get pizza too.
Oh, I bet.
Hey, you go in there and sit down and just tell a funny story, you might get a piece of chicken out of it.
Here's the thing. Low key, when you see me in public, generally speaking, I'm like head down, kind of just keeping to myself. I'm unless I'm like in a group or like it's my goal to make people to win the crowd over. I'm pretty quiet. I'm pretty introverted.
Speak up and get chicken.
Speak up and get chicken. That on a t-shirt.
7:42. Let's do some news. I'm going to tell you about more of the stuff not to do.
We just said.
And then Kim Commando update. And you know what we'll do? It is time also for your Chaves County Sports Report with Eric Butler, brought to you by DSI. That's all coming up too here in just a few. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings and Mike Winters. Go talk to your friends and get chicken. Best advice I got for you all day.
Speak and get chicken.
And don't eat the soap. 7:42. We'll be back.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update. I'm Jared Sorello. The city of Roswell reminding people at the Burt Murphy Family Splash Pad at Pokhorn Park that the emergency shutoff button for the splash pad is indeed for emergencies only. A number of people have been pressing the button multiple times a day for non-emergency, and that requires a staff member to physically go to the splash pad to turn the water back on and reset the emergency button, which takes some time. And during that time, the splash pad is inoperable. So the city reminding people, don't press the emergency shutoff button unless there is an actual emergency. Also, the city of Roswell reminding people that fishing should not be done at the J. Kenneth Smith Bird Sanctuary and Nature Center at 401 North Sycamore Avenue. Fishing is prohibited at the site in order to protect the water resources that are important to the birds and other wildlife. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello reporting.
Many of my tech updates have focused on the exploding epidemic of ransomware attacks. And now the White House is saying exactly what I've been saying. It's up to private businesses to ramp up their own cybersecurity to protect America. Kim Commando with What Could Come Next, brought to you by LinkedIn. Businesses are busier than ever, leaving less time to recruit. LinkedIn Jobs can help. Post your first job free at linkedin.com/Kim. Think about this. If America's power grid, air traffic control, gas stations, major hospitals, and other critical infrastructure were attacked, large parts of our country will be paralyzed. It's likely that the attack was enabled by an IT department that failed to adequately train employees, or a careless worker who, by clicking on a link or opening an email, actually opened the door to the poisonous ransomware that caused the disaster. In that case, you can bet heavy fines and even possible jail time will be considered. as the attacks escalate, wait and see. I'm Kim Commando. Remember the feeling you got as a kid of getting tucked into bed, or the feeling you get now in the arms of somebody who you just love, safe and secure. It's that feeling of security only comes through human connections, and that's why the people at Simply Safe Home Security are so important. Of course, Simply Safe has an award-winning system that has all the bells and whistles that you'd expect these days. But the people at Simply Safe really do take it to the next level. They're there around the clock, anytime you need them. Whether it's a fire, it's a burglary, a medical emergency, a burst pipe, or even just a little problem setting up the system. Simply Safe has a person with the expertise you need ready to help 24/7. And when you know that there's always someone there to help you, well, that's a feeling you just don't get with any old security system. It really gives me peace of mind knowing that if anyone broke into my home, the Simply Safe team would be there right by my side every single step of the way. To learn more about how Simply Safe can help protect you, visit simplysafekim.com today to customize your system, and you're going to get a free security camera. It's a special address that you need to go to because this way Simply Safe knows that I sent you. It's simplysafekim.com. Once again, simplysafekim.com to customize your system, and you're also going to get a free HD security camera.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Get ready for a few days of very hot temperatures. We'll be hitting around 103 to 105 this afternoon. We have high pressure over the Four Corners area and downslope wind coming off the mountains, and that'll crank our temperatures up today. We'll be getting plenty of sunshine, upper 60s overnight and clear, and then another sunny hot day tomorrow with our highs between 106 and 108. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Hello, my name is Phil Hauser, CEO of DSI. With the U.S. reaching more than 5 million testing positive for the coronavirus, it is even more vital to be prepared with the necessary technology to work remotely. Over the past couple of months, we've introduced a brand new technology to our communities in temperature detection, helping schools and businesses across the state open more safely. Thank you for keeping it in New Mexico. Please call DSI for all your office technology needs.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. Roswell Coyotes softball team still looking for its first district victory. Will be playing at Clovis today in a doubleheader. That starts at 5 o'clock. Now, it was very close to a victory for Roswell against Hobbs on Saturday in the first game of a doubleheader. Final score was 9-8. That went 9 innings. And, you know, the games in softball usually don't go that long, but that was a heartbreaker. Maria Aragon, though, for Roswell, 3 for 5 in that first game with a double. Second game kind of blew up against the Coyotes, 17-1. Hobbs won that one in 5 innings. So you got Roswell at Clovis today in softball, and Goddard playing at Lovington. Goddard is 8-6 overall, 2-4 in district. Lovington, very similar record, 8-5 and 3-3 in district play. Doubleheader starts at 4:30 in Lovington. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander. Electric vehicle maker Lordstown Motors says it may not be in business a year from now as it tries to secure funding to start full production of an electric pickup truck. Lordstown says the $587 million it had on hand as of March 31st isn't enough to start commercial production and to begin selling the truck. Ski areas across the United States experienced a strong rebound over the winter, despite COVID-19 health restrictions. The National Ski Areas Association says skier visits to resorts totaled 59 million this season. On Wall Street, the Dow slipped 30 points to 34,599. The Nasdaq up 43 to 13,924. And the S&P 500 closed at 4,227. With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
We serve all New Mexico. If you think it's hard to take out a home loan, those rumors are wrong. It's not true. Contact Loan Officer Elliot Rodriguez, MLS number 41002 at CMG Financial, phone number 719-237-4680. At CMG Financial, we can help. Experience extraordinary with CMG Financial, every customer, every time, no exceptions, no excuses. CMG Financial is a registered trade name of CMG Mortgage Incorporated, MLS 1820. CMG Mortgage Incorporated is equal opportunity lender. To verify complete list of states licensed, visit www.mlsconsumersaccess.org.
Equal fair housing is the right for everyone to have access to all housing opportunities without discrimination based on race, religion, national origin, sex, color, familial status, or disability.
Times are changing, and today's funerals aren't always the sad and solemn events you might expect. This is Gabriel Casaus from Lagrone Funeral Chapel. Along with hymns and scriptures, today's funeral services are often filled with fish stories, country songs, and a joke or two, golf clubs and hot rods, favorite recipes, and kitchen disasters. At Lagrone Funeral Chapel, we believe a funeral should reflect your loved one's personality, passion, and sense of humor. When you lose a loved one, we're here, because at Lagrone Funeral Chapel and Crematory, we make it personal.
900 South Main, Roswell.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
Customizable office equipment is one stop away at PTS Office Systems. Of course, you and the business next door do different things, so you need different office equipment. PTS Office Systems has fully customizable office equipment in stock, waiting to be delivered to your business. Get fully customized office equipment to meet your office's specific needs. The day and age of one-size-fits-all office equipment is gone. Shop around at PTS Office Systems today at 217 North Main in downtown Roswell.
Clay Travis. We are going to represent what Rush always represented, which is the full fruition of American freedom. Buck Sexton.
There is nothing that has ever been comparable to being at that golden mic.
Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, inspired by Rush. You'll hear them both right here on this station at this time, starting Monday after Father's Day weekend.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The ball on top of a flagpole is called a truck. Mess with your friends today by pointing at a flagpole and say, "Hey, check out the truck on top of that flagpole." Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning, 7:52. Yes, we've got Clay Travis and Buck Sexton show will be on the airwaves here beginning the 21st of June, that Monday right after Father's Day, in the Rush Limbaugh time slot there, inspired by Rush. That's I've heard clips and things, and I kind of like it. And for folks that they haven't done their homework on it, on those guys, of course, Buck Sexton was a fill-in host for many years during when Rush was taking vacations and going through treatment and things like that. And then Clay Travis in the Fox Sports world, and we were kind of reading the Wikipedias a couple weeks ago on him, and Clay Travis is like a guy that's kind of he's I mean, you can't say he's a full-on conservative, because I don't know if that's an accurate statement on him. He's a guy that was, I think, very liberal and then has changed over time, but he's kind of more of a I don't know, I think he's just more of what's the right idea, conservative liberal. He talks common sense. That's kind of the impressions I've gotten from some of the stuff I've heard from him. I have not heard everything he said, so I can't, but just based on that, yeah, that's kind of the impression I got from him. 21st is the debut for all of that there. Stay tuned next hour. We're going to have Leah Boone from Central Valley Electric Cooperative join us about 8:15, and she's going to give us an update on what's happening at CVE. I know home energy audits and, of course, hotter temperatures, probably talking about some conservative energy, things like that, and then obviously they've always got great rebates and programs if you're looking for like water softeners or, air conditioning upgrades and changes and things like that. So she'll give us an update on all that stuff next hour. And then about 9:15, we'll have the folks from the Roswell Community Little Theater join us and talk about what they've got going on. One of the big things they've got going on is they are hosting, sponsoring, putting together a Battle of the Bands. And you're like, what? Battle of the Bands? Yeah, local musicians, artists, Battle of the Bands. They're going to have Battle of the Bands, and the prize, the winning band, will get to open for Cheryl Shepherd during the UFO Festival on July 2nd. When she performs, you'll be the opening act. So we'll talk about that with the Community Little Theater, and of course all their other stuff they've got going on out at the Little Theater as well. So that's coming up about 9:15 or so. So that's kind of the skinny on that. Hey, of course, Roswell Invader Baseball, the season's going on right now. You can get tickets and learn more about everything going on, and, of course, get your sweet Invader swag at RoswellInvaders.com. But they've got some events coming up for fans to partake in with the Invaders as quick as tomorrow. One new thing this year to the Roswell Invaders, they've added a Read with the Invaders event, and this is an opportunity for kids to come and read a book to a Roswell Invader or have a Roswell Invader read a book to them. They'll play in a wiffle ball game, and then afterwards they'll have a hot dog lunch. So they get to hang out with the Invaders, read to them, play a little wiffle ball, have some hot dogs. Cost is $20 per child, per person. And they're going to do 4 of these events over the summer. They'll be in the morning from 10 a.m. to noon. So it'll be perfect when the kids are out of school and everything. But the first one will be tomorrow, Thursday, June 10th. Then they'll do it again on Wednesday, June 16th next week. Then in July, they'll do it on Friday, July 9th, and then one more time in July on Thursday, July 22nd. Again, all 4 of those dates will be from 10 a.m. to noon. Cost is $20. You can sign up and learn more at RoswellInvaders.com. And also, once again, they've got the Roswell Invaders Youth Baseball Camp happening as well. This is for kids ages 6 through 17, and there's going to be 4 different baseball camps from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. over the summer here. Cost is $35 per base camper, and they will each receive a camp T-shirt. They ask that all the campers come, and it's day camp. It's just a 3-hour deal. But all that come in your baseball uniforms, and you bring your own bat and glove. But the first one will be Monday, June 14th. Then they'll do it again on Monday, June 21st. Then in July on Thursday, July 8th, and then again on Monday, July 19th. Again, all 4 of those dates will be between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. Once again, you can go to RoswellInvaders.com and sign up through there and learn more information and get everything about that. Also, on Monday is Flag Day, in case you did not know. And the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico, they're going to be having their new flag and brick installation. They're going to do the dedication for that. This has been a project long time coming. It first started out with the brick. It was going to be a walkway there up to the house, but they started doing the I guess you could say the surveying and all that. It turns out it wouldn't be the best for the bricks to do it that way. So they came out with this new way, and then basically we got a brand new flag. It's right there between the museum and the archives facility, and they took all the bricks and made a beautiful brick. I guess you could say installation memorial here with all the flags. And so all the bricks that people had purchased and dedicated to family members and friends and things, all of it's there, right there. It's, I think for about I think we finished it back in maybe April timeframe, I want to say. Maybe it was May. But anyway, it's done, and they're doing a dedication ribbon cutting ceremony on Monday, Flag Day, June 14th at 5:30 p.m. It'll be at the Historical Society, 200 North Lee. Come out for the ceremony. We'll have the Chamber Redcoats out there doing the whole, they're big to do. We'll have light refreshments, door prizes, and much more. But it's going to be at 5:30 p.m. There at the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico, 200 North Lee. If you have any questions, you can always call 575-622-8333. Email Amy over at the Historical Society, historydirector@outlook.com, or check out the website, www.roswellnmhistory.org. And if you're looking for gifts for, like, say, Father's Day, that's coming up, lots of great stuff that Dad and really anybody that's a history buff would love, or reader. We got great books from local authors, John LeMay, Elvis Fleming, Donna Blake Burchell, and the list goes on and on. Great books there. They'll autograph them if you like. Peter Hurd prints, all great ways to support the Historical Society and get Dad some sweet gifts this Father's Day. Again, roswellnmhistory.org. All right, it is closing in on 8 o'clock. Time for some Town Hall news. We'll be back on the other side. Do not go away.
Hugh Hewitt is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM KEND Roswell.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. President Biden stressing the importance of unity among Western allies as he heads off on his first trip abroad as Commander-in-Chief. Press Secretary Jen Psaki says Mr. Biden no stranger to this kind of diplomacy.
He's been getting ready for 50 years. He has been on the world stage. He's known a number of these leaders for decades, including President Putin and including a number of the leaders he'll see at NATO and he'll see at the G7.
England is the president's first stop. The 8-day journey wraps up in Switzerland when Mr. Biden meets with Russian President Putin. Vice President Harris back from her first international trip as VP, and she's facing criticism from Republicans and Democrats alike.
During her travel to Guatemala and Mexico to discuss migration issues, the vice president was repeatedly asked why she has yet to visit the U.S. southern border.
I've been to the border before. I will go again.
Republicans have called on Harris to get a first-hand look at the border, where migration has reached its highest levels in 20 years. Some Democrats also criticized the vice president for bluntly telling Central Americans, do not come to the U.S. Greg Clugston, Washington.
President Biden has ended talks with a group of Republican senators, negotiations failing to produce a compromise over a so-called infrastructure plan. Senator John Barrasso of Wyoming.
Republicans are committed to working on infrastructure the way that most Americans think of infrastructure, roads and bridges and waterways, ports, airports, and broadband.
Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia says his meeting with civil rights leaders was productive, but the Democrat has not changed his mind about his party's election reform bill. He says he cannot support that bill. Stocks in positive territory right now on Wall Street. The Dow is up about 10 points, the S&P ahead 6, and the NASDAQ Composite Index trading 45 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry's starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover, all for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 3388 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 3388. Enjoy.
At least 10 people involved in a mine clearance operation in Afghanistan have been shot to death in an attack on their camp in a northern province.
More than 100 employees, most from local areas, were relaxing in the camp late on Tuesday evening when armed men burst into the compound and opened fire. Survivors say the gunmen wore masks. Local officials accused the Taliban of involvement, but a Taliban spokesman denied this and condemned the attack. Violence has surged in recent months as international forces withdraw from Afghanistan. Baghlan, north of the capital Kabul, is one of many provinces now seeing heavy fighting as the Taliban and government forces battle for control.
The BBC's Jill McGivering. Human Rights Watch is accusing police officers in Colombia of responsibility for the deaths of 20 people and other violent actions against protesters during recent civil unrest, including sexual abuse, beatings, and arbitrary detentions. News and analysis at townhall.com. In sports, in the NBA, Utah rallies to beat L.A.
The Jazz opened their Western Conference semifinal series by getting 45 points from Donovan Mitchell in a 112-109 win over the Clippers. Mitchell poured in 32 points in the second half to rally the Jazz from a 14-point deficit. Jordan Clarkson and Bojan Bogdanovic chipped in 18 points apiece, with Clarkson and Mitchell combining for 12 three-pointers. Utah took the lead for good on a 21-9 run, bookended by three-pointers from Bogdanovic. Kawhi Leonard scored 23 points to lead Los Angeles, while Paul George chipped in 20 with 11 rebounds. Game 2 is Thursday in Salt Lake City. I'm Dave Ferry.
And the Philadelphia 76ers barely managing to avoid falling into an 0-2 hole in the NBA's Eastern Conference semifinals. The Sixers knocking off the Hawks 118-102, evening the series at one game apiece. And again on Wall Street, the Dow down 16 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hey, where are the white women at? All right, dude, listen to me carefully. Do you think Shaq got rich playing in Orlando? No, he got rich playing in college. Everybody knows that. I said, do we have a problem?
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. Let's have a listen. What does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
You want to take a dinghy? No, I took care of that in the press conference.
Well, have some of the yellow. And don't get cheap on me.
Just hang loose, lad. We'll catch up and eat that out of next.
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
Lay him down and slack him, yak him.
Mag him, yak him. Change that one no help, change that get no help.
Mama no raise no dummy. Shoot.
Slack, yeah.
Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Jive needs to come back. I really feel like Jive as a communications tool.
Excuse me, sir. I talk Jive.
Stewardess.
Kids, that's from a movie called Airplane.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when people were funny.
Yeah. Funny without having to push the envelope. You can just a hospital. What is it? It's a big building with a lot of patients inside, but that's not important. Right
Surely You Must Be Kidding is now part of the lexicon thanks to that movie.
Mm-hmm.
That man needs a hospital. A hospital, but what is it? Big building, lots of patients.
I will never in my life hear someone ask, what do you make of this? Yeah. And not go, this? I can make a hat. I can make a brooch. I'll never not do that. Never.
Yep. Let's get some pictures, and they run and start stealing stuff off the walls. Mm-hmm. The blank hits the fan, and they literally show blank hitting the fan.
Yep.
You just cracked into my head, man. That's me.
Yeah, the autopilot, all of it. Every aspect of that movie is just memorable. 2, not so much. 2 is okay.
No, there's some funny parts.
There are some funny parts in 2, but I just feel like they were trying too hard.
The whole part where Shatner is doing the why aren't these on sequence? Make them in sequence, and the shh to get the doors open and all. That's all good.
The shh was really good.
And I would also argue some of the lines between the kid and the pilot in the space shuttle, the Peter Graves lines are a little bit better in 2 than 1. The movie, because he does add the Gladiator movies. In the second one, he's like, Rusty, you ever had a dog rub up and down on your leg? He has some good weird.
I just don't remember many of the ones from the segment.
Give it a pop. I'm gonna pop it in the old VCR. Give it a go. It holds up in my opinion.
Check that out. Yeah.
But I'm jaded, so you will
just
have
anything Zucker Brothers is gonna be. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. Kentucky Fried Movie. You ever seen that?
I've seen parts of it, and granted, it's a.
I haven't seen it in 100 years, but I watched it on the regular in the 80s.
It's one of those movies that there's no plot. It's a series of sketches.
Yeah, but they played it at nauseum on like HBO at like 10 o'clock at night on Friday nights every time, and I watched it.
You don't see stuff like that anymore. I guess Jackass would be kind of the closest representation to, because individualized sketches. They did one. Now this, you remember Movie 52 from like a decade ago?
I do. I remember it had like 80 stars, and everyone said it was so bad. I never. It scared me to watch it.
The guy who made the movie tricked the actors into being in it.
Okay.
Like he had a bunch of actors who like owed him favors, or like he kind of just knew, or friends of friends. And they came out to do like one-off sketches. They didn't know what they were doing. They were just doing sketches. And so he ended up, and he had all these loose sketches. And that's why the plot of the movie is him trying to get the movie made, because he didn't really have anything.
So should I see it, or is it bad?
It's pretty bad.
Okay. Because I'll steer clear because everyone says it's bad.
If you want to see really well-known, famous, amazing actors in just terrible, terrible sketches, see this movie.
That oddly appeals to me, weirdly enough.
I'll give you an example. Chris Pratt and Anna Faris are in this movie.
Pre-divorce, I'm guessing?
Pre-divorce.
Yeah.
And they play a married couple. And wow.
Okay.
Is
it awkward?
It's awkward. I will say this. It's what's the word?
Did it lead to their divorce?
No, maybe. Actually, maybe. It's oddly scatological.
Ooh.
That's the best way I can put it on the radio.
Man.
There's not a lot from that movie you can actually talk about on the radio. Now that I'm thinking about it, but
looks like I picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue. Remember that?
Oh yeah,
the Lloyd Bridges lines. I forgot about. Looks like quit smoking.
Quit amphetamines.
Sniffing glue was like at the end. He was going. He just quit drinking. Robert Stack, amazing in that movie.
Phenomenal.
I love him because of that movie.
For the same reasons that you can take a serious, like a hard, grizzled, serious actor and just have him say funny things in that serious tone. It's hysterical.
Yeah.
The same thing with actually Robert Stack also in Basketball. That whole Unsolved Mysteries thing that he did was so good.
Yeah. And I give you one more. Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Was he in that?
Stack was.
Oh, that's right. He was the
he was the FBI agent or whatever it was. Yeah. Body cavity searches all around.
The key to comedy is silly lines said with a straight face. If you can do that, you can go places.
You're golden. Yeah. Leah Boone from Central Valley Electric will join us this hour, and we'll get an update from her. I would imagine we're also going to be talking about power conservation because, it's like 107, 108, 100 and a lot over this next week or two. Cranking your AC down to 65, probably not the wisest of ideas during this time. So we'll talk some of that, talk home energy audits, talk about rebates for all the great things and services available to CVE members here with Leah in just a few.
I feel so bad for my family in Oklahoma right now because they have over there, their power company is OG&E, and they do something called smart hours during the summer.
Okay.
So from like 11 a.m. to like 7 p.m.
Okay.
Monday through Friday, I think. I'm pretty sure weekends are off, but Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. The power is like double. It's like it costs double or something like that to run
peak hours.
Yeah. So it's like they don't run the AC.
That's one way to get people to conserve. Is like, we'll break you.
And so summers in the Melendrez house back in Oklahoma are not fun. Humid and hot.
Well, that's why they eat so many fried Jell-O things.
We figure we're gonna be covered. We're going to be wet with sweat. The grease is just going to look like more sweat. It don't matter. We might as well enjoy it sliding down the gullet.
You eat hot foods. It makes you feel cool inside.
Same concept as a hot shower, really.
All right. It is 8:12. I'm spent. Here's your weather.
Meteorologist Meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Get ready for a few days of very hot temperatures. We'll be hitting around 103 to 105 this afternoon. We have high pressure over the Four Corners area and downslope wind coming off the mountains, and that'll crank our temperatures up today. We'll be getting plenty of sunshine, upper 60s overnight and clear, and then another sunny hot day tomorrow with our highs between 106 and 108. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. And currently, let's see here. I was slacking. My apologies. Currently 75 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 22%. Winds are, in fact, calm at the moment. But you probably would want a little breeze because it's going to be hot today. 104 and sunny with winds out of the south 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear. Overnight low of 69 with southwest winds 5 to 10. Thursday, sunny with a high of 108 expected here in Roswell with southwest winds 5 to 10 in the morning, shifting to the south and picking up 10 to 15 for tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night, mostly clear with an overnight low of 68 degrees, southwest winds 5 to 15. Friday, sunny, high of 107 with winds out of the west 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then your weekend, they were teasing us with rain chances like Sunday, but all that's disappeared. Mostly sunny and a high of 101 on Saturday, Sunday, and hot with a high of 101 on Sunday. And it looks like next week will be starting off in the hundreds. Monday, 100. But Tuesday, 96 for a high. So I know you're saying, well, but it's going to be 108 tomorrow and Tuesday, 96. That's like a 10-degree difference. 96 looking pretty good right now, isn't it? Yeah. But anyway, that's what we're dealing with for the next couple days. So drink lots of water, limit your time out in the heat, sunscreen, all that stuff. Be smart about it. Let's all get through it together. All right, it is 8:15. Let's take a commercial break. And then on the other side, Leah Boone with Central Valley Electric Cooperative will join us. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed, antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
It's an old story. You go on vacation, you relax, you have a good time, and then you come home to a world of disarray. Your mail is backed up. You have 100 messages on your voicemail. Your lawn is 3 feet tall, and your pool has developed a nasty algae problem. Well, the good people at BioGuard can't solve all your problems, but they can help you with your pool. So before you go on vacation, stop at Mays Lumber at 115 South Virginia in Roswell and ask about their special vacation plan. BioGuard has a wide variety of products that will find algae and take care of your pool. So when you come home from your vacation, you can depend on your pool to relieve your stress and not add to it. Because BioGuard guards more than your pool. They guard your time, your vacation, and your peace of mind. BioGuard at Mays Lumber, 115 South Virginia in Roswell.
We cut to order, special order, products sold and new. You can count on Mays Lumber Company.
Well, the geraniums were a little slow at getting started this year, but now they're ready to go. Hi, this is Jim Gilf with a lesson in delayed gratification. At Roswell Seed Company, we grow our own geraniums, and that old polar vortex sure slowed them down. But now they may be the sturdiest, most colorful geraniums you've ever put in the ground, so come get yours today. Kind of like your neighbor's son who's still living in the basement. Late bloomers can be the brightest of them all. Or maybe not. Have you seen that kid?
Pico Propane and Fuels is pleased to join forces with Advanced Energy and Don Davis to serve the Roswell community. For over 25 years, Pico Propane and Fuels has been providing customers with high-quality products and reliable service. Discover the kind of service you deserve. From underground and above-ground tank installations to reliable deliveries of propane for your home or business, Pico Propane and Fuels wants to be your go-to partner. Running out of propane in the middle of a hot shower or while grilling outdoors would not be an ideal situation. Sign up for their free Keep Full program with tank monitoring and never worry about running out of propane again. They also offer convenient cylinder exchange and refills. Call Pico Propane and Fuels today, 575-622-7921 for all your propane needs. That's 575-622-7921 or visit them online at picopropane.com. Pico Propane and Fuels. We sell service.
I have a snake for your drain. You might want to step back.
Oh no, baby.
All AC units moke a little. Is normal.
Oh no, baby.
Haha, now your sprinkler system's strong like bull.
Come on now. Don't let any fool work on your plumbing and air conditioning.
Fergalicious.
From clogged drains to sprinkler systems, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating is on the job. And who you gonna call for air filters and spring servicing on your AC unit?
Fergalicious.
Call Fergie's today, 622-2660. Nothing but love.
Fergalicious.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Slugs have 4 noses, but no fingers to pick them. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 19 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from Central Valley Electric Cooperative, Leah Boone back with us. Good morning.
Good morning. It's so nice to be here on the earlier portion of the show.
Usually normally in 9 o'clock, but unfortunately my 9s were filled when I talked to you. So now you get to come early. And did you have I know you try to work, because for those that don't know, she's, the home headquarters there is in Artesia, and that's where she lives. So, so I know you probably, when you come to this part of the town, you try to stack up your appointments. So I'm sure we're not the only person you're seeing.
Well, it kind of turned out that I have to meet up with some folks at around 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Just a little bit closer to Artesia. So
it works in the thing.
Just fine.
Did you are you getting a chance to eat or go in between there or hit?
I'll probably grab a Starbucks or a Dunkin' or something on the way out.
Okay.
But that's it.
All right. Nothing local. No time for sit down.
Not today.
Oh, well. But for folks, if you are a member of CVE, we got a lot of stuff to tell you here. And not all of us are CVE members, but Chavez County does have quite a few CVE members in it as well. Obviously, Eddy and Lee counties do too. But we do have folks here in the area that do take advantage of or are lucky enough to have be in the CVE map there.
I'm glad you feel that way. That's awesome.
Well, I mean, because it's a difference. If you're, it's a cooperative. You're a member. You're a part of it. You get to be involved in the decisions that the cooperative goes. You have an actual vested interest in how the company is run and how the power gets there and all that. And that's a little different than a power company. You just get a bill and you say pay it or you don't get power no more. And that's pretty much it.
Yep, very true.
So, as a CVE member, I say you should take advantage of every one of these opportunities. And even if you're a rentor in a house that you pay an electric bill to CVE to, you're a member too. If you're the one cutting the check,
right.
You get to have a say in it. So.
Well, this week we're really urging members to be conservative with their use of energy in their homes, their businesses, whatever the case might be. We've heard the weather reports.
These 108s and 107s. Yeah. They are wreak havoc on the power grid.
They do.
And this is across the board. Obviously, everything's interconnected. So, it's not like CVE's got its own little grid and everybody's isolated from that.
We're all part of a Southwest power pool.
As I think we learned with the fuel line thing a couple of weeks ago here. But that being said, all of us, regardless whether you're a CVE member or not, should be trying to conserve a little power when it gets real hot like this. And you don't have to go crazy and shut everything down. But, if you normally like it at 68, maybe bump it up to 70 or something
Well, and we
that.
still have people who are recovering from their bills over the pandemic and in those very cold months in February, even in March. March got down really cold. So if you're if you're thinking about ways to conserve this summer, we've got lots of ideas for you.
Yeah.
So.
Just ballpark it. I mean, is your heating and cooling generally your largest user of power in your household?
In the summertime, yes, definitely.
Gotcha. Is there close seconds, or is there other things that people can kind of...
We have the little pie charts that they send out every once in a while with some updates. It's definitely your heating and cooling.
Okay.
And then even your computers and TVs and things like that
It
use
adds
a
up.
lot more than you think. Your lighting is a pretty big component of that pie. If you have anything that plugs in, if you've got an electric vehicle, if you've got tools that you plug in, those kinds of things, actually
I imagine
rack it up.
pools, like people that own pools and things, those pumps and all that. Can
Your
probably...
washer and dryer, your dishwasher and heating.
So
water
maybe
heaters.
limit uses on these. If you do
Definitely
laundry
during the
every
day.
Yeah, if you're
Yes.
doing laundry every day, maybe knock it back to every other day or
Or
something
don't
like
do
that.
it in those prime hours where everybody's using energy. So.
Yeah, maybe later in the evening when
Yes.
people go into bed or something. Whatever works in your schedule. But if you can do some of those things to do that, obviously, if you're not spending time in rooms, shut the lights off and everything. You don't need to.
And ceiling fans do help you cool off when you're in the room. We all know that. You can even set your thermostat up a little bit higher while you run your ceiling fan. Ceiling fans cost pennies a day, if that.
That's the most efficient way to
Yes.
probably move some air.
Right.
And they work great in the winter, too, if you think about
Do
it.
it the
'cause
other direction.
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
If for those that don't know, I just want to tell you, in your ceiling fans, there's a little switch that can make it spin the other way.
Yes.
And if you spin it the other way, it'll actually draw cooler air up in the wintertime and help keep your house warm.
Warmer, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
so-
a good tip as well.
Yeah, I know. I know some people may or not know that, but that's what that little switch. If you ever see
Yeah.
that on there, that's what it's for, to spin it the other way.
But heating and cooling can be a challenge if your home is not sealed correctly. If
That's a
you've
big
got
one.
any gaps in your windows, any gaps in your doors, even your outlets, your switches on the wall.
Sure,
If
just like your
there's-
car. If
Yeah.
your air conditioner's on, you roll the windows up to do it. If you don't have the ceiling, those seals done and properly around your house,
Yep.
it's kind of the same thing. It's like driving around with the air conditioner on your car and your windows down.
That's
you know?
right. And if you have any problems with your ductwork and you're trying to push air into your home or into your business and it's not working, then you need to get that fixed. But we do have a free home energy audit.
Yeah, this is the great part and it's all I've had one done before, and it's great because
Yes.
it's the free part is free. It's great, and they come in. They're professionals. They come through your home. They check the seals on your doors. They got this equipment they hook up to your doors and all this to see how the airflow is, and they go through and do that. They go through like Lee was saying, and seal around your vents and things to make sure there's not air going in places not supposed to.
Yeah, any penetrations are sealed.
Even they go under your sinks and things and make sure everything's up tight there.
That's right.
And they really do a great job and fix it. And if there's a major issue going on, they'll tell you about it and can help you get that
right
situated. That part is not free at that
Yeah.
point. If they're like, you need air, but they'll work with you on all that stuff.
Right, and
doing all
they'll
that.
check your insulation levels, and if they suggest that you need additional insulation, of course, that's up to you to do that.
Sure.
But they will fix any other minor penetrations.
But all
that
the
are in
seals
there.
and all that stuff,
Yep.
they do free. Change light bulbs,
They
things
do.
like that.
You
They
get
do
10 free LEDs.
Yeah, they do all this stuff, and it's free, and it does make a difference.
Yes.
I will tell you, after they did the seals and all that, we did notice a couple of decreases in the, I mean, not like thousands of dollars, but our electric bills were just a couple dollars cheaper each month. and
Every little bit helps.
Absolutely. And to be honest, your home is better cooled and heated.
Yes.
Now you're not, because that's generally what happens is like, man, all the rooms in the back by the thermostat are nice and cool, and they're not here. It's because you have more entrances and things in those other
Right.
rooms, and there's more places for it to escape. And
Well, and that was something too. We've been doing some research on, just other things that help,
Mhm.
whether it's minor or huge, but placing your thermostat in the right place.
Makes a big difference.
It makes a huge difference. If you have a thermostat right by your back door and you're in and out of your back door all day long,
it's going to be running a lot.
it's not gonna have an accurate reading of your home temperature or your office temperature for that matter.
Yeah.
So when you're placing those, there's some guidelines for that too that we put on Facebook. So put it in a place where you're not going to have a direct vent hitting that thermostat or a direct entrance or exit.
Yeah, I actually learned that
Sunlight.
the hard way. Yeah, I learned that the hard way because the house I bought, that's where they had the thermostat, and I was like, why is it always warmer in this? And that's exactly because the thermostat was by an area that it probably shouldn't have been in.
Yep.
And I moved since and have a different, but it's a different thing. But I did that thinking on my own. I'm like, why is it? And I kind of came to that conclusion.
Yeah.
So for you to kind of confirm that, I was like, I was right.
You were right. And the programmable thermostats and the smart thermostats are a pretty good way to go. We don't have any rebate programs on those yet, but we are looking into those. But
you can get them relatively inexpensive right now at just your hardware store.
Lots of cool options.
Yeah, and the great thing about those is you can set them on a schedule and just let them go.
Yes.
And so, like, if you're okay, well, I'm at work during 9 to 5 here. There's no point in me keeping it this cool in the house at that time. So during 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, I knock it up a couple degrees.
Exactly.
That's what you can do with it, and vice versa. Oh, at night I like it cold, so I'm going to knock it down a few more so it gets colder at night.
1 or 2 degrees at a time.
Yeah. Don't go from 70 to 60 or vice versa.
Yeah.
But yeah, a degree, 2-3 here or there. And to be honest, because if you do it a big leap either way, now you're making that thing work overtime to get it.
It forces your system to work harder.
Which it'll do it if it's good, but you're not saving any money.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. But those are the kind of things, with the smart technologies now and your and these different, your Alexas, but also the other companies, now you can do all that. You can do like your lighting and television stuff smart way too, if you want to get that technical with it.
That's right.
Probably, I'm not that technical, but I know some people like my boss that has an app for every piece of electronics in his house. It's like, put a new toilet app in. Look at this. It just flushed. You're like, why are you telling me this? I don't care. But
that's funny.
Because I'm right. He's probably done it to you with his garage door. Or something. Yeah.
He's so funny.
But some people are like that, and you can't. But you can do that, and I think the people that are like that, I think you should embrace that with your power, because if you love that Nitnoid tracking and all that through the Smart Hub and everything, that's another service available to you through CVE. You can do all that kind of. I mean, you don't have to, but if you love that kind of stuff, that Smart Hub will let you tweak and fool with and be like, all right, I've pinpointed the source, and now we can. You're probably going to annoy your family members with this, but if you really want to get into the weeds with your power usage and how to figure out ways to shave and knock down usage, that Smart Hub application is a good resource for that.
Well, and that reminds me, yesterday I spent a lot of time on Smart Hub looking at different concerns that people were having about last month's bill. And you have to really think about your patterns. You have to really think about, okay, so what did I do last Saturday, and why was my kilowatt hour usage so high?
Sure.
Well, I had 20 people over, and we did a cookout, and there were people in and out of the house all day, so your air conditioner's running all day.
Yeah.
And when you remind people of that, okay, I can see that you had a high usage day on this day. What was going on?
Sure.
And they're like, oh, I forgot about that.
We had the party.
Yeah,
exactly.
Or, yes, we did have company for 4 days.
It does make a difference.
It does make a huge difference.
Yeah. And conversely too, it also can help you diagnose problems. Like say you have a refrigerator or something that maybe there's a problem there and it's using more energy than it should.
Water heaters.
Yeah.
Pumps on your well, all of those things can really generate a lot of usage.
And you can use that as a Sherlock Holmes tool to say, hey, maybe something's wrong with that pump. I need to get someone to take a look at that. And it's like water bills. They can do that kind of same stuff too. With they're like, wow, why you got so much usage? Oh, because there's a leak in a pipe underground. That's why. But it's kind of the same thing, but for electricity. I mean,
we've had people who recognize that they had a water leak because of their pump usage and their electrical usage was high.
Sure, because it was pumping more to get that water. Yeah, you kind of use the diagnose the different details. It's what police officers do all the time. This is how they work it. But great way if you need a home energy audit, haven't had one, you can go to the website cvecoop.org, cve.coop.org.
No, CVE.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, CVECOOP.org. I slipped the extra dots in there. Sorry. But go there, and first thing I think you see on the page is learning about home energy audits. But if you scroll through, you can learn more about rebates, about hot water heaters, and various other programs through Central Valley Electric, and sign up through that and get on the list. And then they'll call and schedule and get you a time and all that, and just go from there.
So last month's billing had a little bill insert that says no cost home energy audit. Same thing. It's with Green Metal Energy. They are our contractor, and they are pretty quick to schedule. So if you called today, you could very well possibly be on the list by next week.
Okay, perfect.
So everything seems to be working pretty smoothly.
So if you still have your bill and got that, save it and use that. If it didn't make it and is now in the round file somewhere, cvecoop.org. You can go there, sign up, or you'll find a link to the Facebook page.
Well, and unfortunately, people with paperless billing aren't going to see that.
Okay.
So we're still trying to figure out a way to make sure that people see it, hear about it,
Tell your
learn
friends,
about it.
cvecoop.org. Go there, sign up.
You can sign up simply by calling us.
Yeah, that's the other way.
At
Just
the
get on the phone.
office. Yep. And then we call Olivia at Green Metal Energy, and we get her the information, or we email it to her, whatever seems to be
And then
the
they
best.
contact you and set up the time and all the dates and give you any information you need to have to prepare for their visit.
If you're not home at a certain time of day, that's they'll work around that.
Sure, they can make arrangements.
If you work Monday through Friday and can't be there to be, like during that time, they can schedule on Saturdays.
Yeah.
They're real flexible.
And if I remember right, now granted, I didn't have any major problems, so I think it took maybe an hour and a half, maybe.
2 hours is pretty average. 2.5 for some larger homes.
Yeah.
1.5 maybe for smaller homes.
Yeah,
but
so I have a smaller
ultimately, it's just they're very thorough. They don't miss a beat regardless of the time.
I guess plan on 2 hours. Make it say plan about 2 hours is what it's going to take. So if you've got a busy schedule and you're trying to fit a window in there, it roughly about 2 hours.
Well-oiled machine. I tell you, every one of them has their specialty.
It is.
Get in there and get it done.
It was because I was home. My wife and I were both home that day, and I feel like I should be doing something with my hands because I'm sitting there watching TV. Weirdly enough, and they're just going around the house like the ice capades, doing their moves and maneuvers to get the house. And next thing I was like, okay, we're all done. And what do I do with my hands? Do I need to do anything? I don't know. What's next?
I've never seen anything like it. Yeah.
You're right. It's pretty cool.
It is cool.
So get it done. Get it. That's a great way to save some money.
And it's not harmful to pets.
Oh, yeah.
Pets can still be in the house during the process. As a matter of fact, they were very, very good with my dogs. So they're just a really good group of folks, and it's a free service to residential members of CVE.
Yeah, and they were good with my cats, too, because my cats, they kind of moved in one room, and one of my cats is just curious by nature. So if you're doing something, I don't care what it is, and it's low level, there's a cat in your face going, "What you doing?"
Well, and that's not very common, is it? That they're interested.
No,
usually they hide.
Now they won't let you touch them or nothing, but they'll sit right there and get up in your business, wanting to know what's going on.
How funny! Goodness sake.
And then, like we said too, if you have the unsuspecting moment, like your hot water heater bursting or something like that. You can go to CVE's website and get discounts on energy efficient hot water heaters.
We have them in stock in the office, 30
so you can get
gallon,
them up today.
40 gallon, 50 gallon.
Okay, up to 50 gallon.
We don't do installation, but you do get 60% off of the retail price that we pay. So you're right around a $400 range.
Can they special order through you as well? Or
we keep 30, 40s, and 50s in stock.
Okay.
If you need a 20, if you need something larger for commercial purposes, 75 gallon or 85 gallon, those do have to be ordered.
Got you. But you can order through CVE if you want.
And they may not always have them in stock.
So it might take some time.
Some issues with that.
So if it's an emergency situation, that may not be your best option. But if you're planning for the future and saying, I need to upgrade and get a bigger tank, you can order through CVE and order through there and then, change it when you can instead of when you need to.
And one thing to keep in mind, too, because of the energy efficiency level, the larger 75 and 85s are not recommended for residential.
Gotcha. So I know in theory you're like, more hot water means more better, but in this case, not so much.
That's true.
I'm just curious because I know a lot of people have used them and I don't have one, but I don't know if you've seen any experience. What about the tankless stuff? Do you guys have any experience or have heard customers talk about the tankless side?
I think we've gotten mixed reviews. We went through that energy efficiency study back in 2015, and those were, pretty popular at that point.
Sure.
And the group of people who evaluated the programs could not justify that they were any less any more efficient than what we were offering with the Marathon.
Okay, I was just kind of curious if there was, and I've never had one to know, like, is it really convenient? Like, you ever run out of hot water ever? I mean, I don't know. In me, of course, if I had one of those houses, the first thing I'm doing is like, all right, let's see.
Fill up that bathtub. Yeah,
because that's what I do. But I just wonder if you heard anything about that.
That's the last that we've really.
So really, for energy efficiency, keep with the tanks. At least that's what the studies are telling us right now.
The Marathon made by Rheem that CVE has carried now for 10, 11, 12 years. I'm not sure exactly how long. They are at 95% rating. For energy efficiency, and that's the highest really that you can get.
Excellent.
And plus, they have an extra layer of insulation around the top and the bottom. They have one titanium heating element and one copper.
Okay.
So they do heat longer, faster, and quicker.
And I would imagine they're more durable to our harder water conditions here, too.
Actually, we do recommend that if you have hard water to get that water softener. We don't offer rebates on water softeners, but your water heater will last a lot longer.
It does. But we just live in an area where we have very hard water. And even with the water softener, you don't get the lives of water softeners that they say, like they say 10, 15, depending on the water softener. It's
10.
Very rarely will you get 10 years out of a water softener in this part of the country, even with the water softener. It just, like, you're probably going from like 5 to 7. Like if you don't have a hard water, you're gonna swap that thing out about 5 years. You might get 7 or 8 if you got if you get the water softener.
You know, at our old house, we had it for 16 years. We had one water heater
amazing.
For 16 years, and our heating and cooling system was over 20 years old.
Wow!
When we replaced it. Yeah.
Well, you had a good run with those.
We did, and you have to take good care of your stuff.
That's true. That's the other thing. We talk about these energy audits and things to conserve. The other great way, change out the filters monthly or as recommended, depending on the type of filters you have and everything. But doing that religiously will be a game changer for your air conditioning
and
unit.
Getting your systems checked. You know, they say in the spring and in the fall.
Yeah, twice a year is generally the
at least once a year, for goodness sake. But twice a year is what some people recommend.
Yeah, generally how they, and a lot of companies, you use who you prefer.
Right.
But generally a lot of companies have a program that you can get on and you don't have to remember. They'll say, hey, we'll come out twice a year. Usually it's once in the spring, once in the fall. And they'll serve around the time of weather changes, when you're about the time you're thinking about switching to heating or switching to air. They come in a little before that and say, hey, are you ready to do that? And make sure everything's good to do that.
And you know, the average cost for that's right at about $100.
Yeah,
most people.
And I think if you do a little negotiating and stuff, you could probably even get that down a little bit too. Or combined services sometimes if you bundle, like if you're there to, oh, I need a new hot water. Oh, yeah, okay, we'll put you on the program at a discount here, you know, something like that.
And we still do like to encourage people to look at filterchange.com. And they were part of a cooperative at one point, but they've kind of switched over to offer that service to anybody.
Okay.
And not just cooperative members. So now it's filterchange.com.
Okay.
And all of those are shipped directly to your home or your business.
Okay.
And there is no shipping fees.
Oh, nice.
Which is rare.
And
there
I would
are
guess
taxes, but
that's great. And I would imagine that's handy especially if you're one of those folks that have an odd-sized filter. You know, there's always that one, because I think we have 2 on ours. And there's one that you're like, it's always an inch different than every other one out there. And you're like, I can't find it. Or you got
not very common.
And you got to cut or trim. And that's a no-no too.
Not good.
But I've done it because that's all I could get. And so I imagine with something like this, it's like they've got it. You don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean?
Their inventory is always pretty on target.
And so you got your size and they just ship it to you. You could probably even set up like a forget it, sign up and forget it kind of deal. It just
they can send you email reminders to switch them out.
Like a book of the month club kind of thing, but filter.
I ordered 12 months at a time, and I just ordered yesterday for another year.
Perfect. So I think that's a great way to help folks remember to do that. And then I don't know what you got to do, whether if you use a physical calendar and put a big X on those dates or get in your phone and set a reminder on the 15th or whatever day it is every month to swap out that filter. Trust me. It's going to save you a whole lot of money down the road.
Very true. That's a very good tip. Sometimes whenever we go to a person's home and they're having the high bill concerns, then we check the filters, we check the thermostats. I mean, those are just very common sense.
People that have had air conditioning running for 20 years and doing that, it's because they maintained it.
Yeah.
They changed the filters when it needed to. Yeah. They had it serviced regularly, twice a year or at least once a year. And that's how you get 20 years at it. If you don't do any of that stuff and just turn it on and wait till it breaks again, you'll probably get about 4 or 5 years out of it. Next thing you know, you're like, hey, why is this thing not working anymore?
Gosh, I can't even imagine having to do that.
And depending, if you never change the filters, I don't know if you get that far, to be honest. You may get a year. I have no idea. I don't really want to put it to the test to figure out, but I'm guessing you don't get that a couple of years before it's so clogged that water or air can't pass through it at some point.
Well, and another thing too, just laundry. If you are going to do laundry at a certain time of day, we suggest that during these hotter months to just do it when it's not so hot. Do it in the evenings. Do it early in the morning.
Okay.
If you want to use cold water in your wash,
that helps.
You have this fantastic detergent that helps get everything clean. That's your choice too, but we do encourage to, cool off that hot water in your wash.
I think we use cold water to wash everything except like whites. I think it's the only thing we don't.
You don't have to use hot water on everything.
What about washing and hang drying? Will that save some energy too?
Gosh,
if you're because I imagine that dryer uses quite a bit.
So much. It's like a hair dryer.
Wow.
When you plug in a hair dryer, and back in the old day when those meters were dialed, you could turn on that hair dryer and the dials would just go crazy. Same thing with your clothing dryer, clothes dryer. They just go rampant.
Funny quick story. My wife told me this. It's not my story. It's her story.
Okay.
My
can't take credit.
It was before we were married, and I think before we were dating actually. But they went on a family vacation, all of them, and they were at a hotel in D.C. They stayed downtown, and so it was my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, my wife, and her sister, 4 of them.
Okay.
3 women. They all were getting ready for the day at the same time. They were all in their respective areas turning on their blow dryers to blow dry their hair. They knocked out the power on the entire floor of the building. And, of course, the hotel was like, we're so sorry, and gave a bunch of stuff. But at the end of the day, it was their fault because they had a bunch of blow dryers going at one time, and it tripped the breakers and all that.
Yep.
So when you say that, that's what I thought of.
When I was younger at my grandmother's house, if you had one going in one bathroom and one going in the other, it would shut off.
Yeah. So
before the GFI.
So maybe that's an option too. It's like, hey, maybe hang those clothes in the laundry room or whatever. If you got a clothesline still,
and we've had clotheslines everywhere I've lived, simply because I love the way that the clothes smell when they come off the line.
Sure.
So I know that's a personal preference, but it's certainly nice to be able to have some type of a clothesline outside or something even inside.
Yeah. As long as you don't live near like a field of dust.
True. Yeah, you have to put it in a common sense place.
Yeah. Think where you put it. Location. But yeah, it's a great way to save money and actually, some depending on your clothing, sometimes it'll extend the life of your clothing too. Sometimes those dryers and washers can be pretty rough on your clothing. So
your bedding, all of that stuff.
So these are just little tips, but especially now that we're getting into the warmer months here, please work with us all together. And like I said, CVE members, but anybody listening that uses power, let's all work together here and just knock those thermostats up a few degrees.
And call us if you have questions. Check our Facebook page regularly. We try to put a lot of tips out there, not only for safety, but for energy efficiency, as well as what's going on at
Absolutely.
CVE. So.
Yeah, please, if you're a CVE member, even if you're not, if you live here, I encourage you to, if you use Facebook, like and follow CVE on Facebook.
Right.
To find it, just type in Central Valley Electric. It'll make sure you type all that in because there's a couple that could fool you that are close to CVE, but not quite CVE.
Yeah.
So to type in Central Valley Electric, you'll see the CVE logo. Click on that and then like and follow that. Right. Then you can stay up to date with all these tips and events that are coming up. If you don't use Facebook but still use the internets, you can go to cvecoop.org and read everything about what we're talking about here. If you want to learn more about the Smart Hub program, if you want to learn more about energy audits, if you want to learn more about rebates on these various, not just the hot water heaters, but other things as well too. Right. Even if you have questions about like maybe you're doing upgrades on your home, buildings and things, and you want, like the geothermal stuff. If you want to ask questions about that, there are people at CVE that can put you in the right direction and give you some. And matter of fact, if you want to see how it works, go to the CVE building. Now that we're not COVID.
Yeah, we can have guests again.
Yeah, come on in and you can feel what geothermal feels like. And
we've had that since 2013.
Yeah. So, and it's like you said, almost 9-8 years now you've had it, and it's going strong.
It is. It works well.
Yeah. And like just out of curiosity, how much maintenance do you think? I know you don't see everything. That's just it. That's all they've been doing is filters for the last 10 years, basically.
Yeah, we had to get the humidity controls kind of adjusted in the beginning.
Yeah.
But that's been a long time
Once
ago.
you got it set and to the thing, then it's good to go. Yeah, I think if I ever built a new house, I'd definitely look into that.
I would
because
too.
it's
I would do it in a heartbeat.
It's a more efficient way. It's got to extend. It's got to give you some resale value on that home. I imagine with that in place working, that's got to raise the value of that home. It certainly is going to be a selling point if you ever decide to sell that home. But I think it just makes sense. It's just it fits. It checks all the boxes. It fits the green side because we all want to. We don't want to destroy the planet. Nobody wants to do that. It fits those boxes, but at the same time, it works as advertised. It's not like it's more efficient, but it sucks at doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like those first bulbs, the light bulbs, the
incandescent.
Yeah, the first ones.
Yeah.
Not
they're so
those.
hot.
They were, but the ones they tried to tell us the more not LED.
The CFLs.
CFLs. Thank you. It was a great concept. It just the technology wasn't there yet.
Right.
You know, and now LED came in, and now it's the best of both worlds. We can do the lighting. I think geothermal's that for air conditioning. It's going to be that best of both worlds where it's like, hey.
I wish more people would take advantage of it.
and I think because initially it does cost some money to set that up, and it's not cheap. And let's face it, it is a lot cheaper to put in refrigerated air right now, but the savings over the long haul is the big deal. Like if you're
bang for your buck.
Exactly. It's an investment more than just solving a problem, if that makes sense.
You made mention too a while ago about our Facebook page and things that we have on there and how to identify with Central Valley Electric. Let me mention real quickly about CVE, a postcard that was being sent out to a lot of residents in Travis and Eddy
Is this another
County.
scam deal?
I don't know that it's a scam, but it says
misleading
CVE in the corner, and it was sent specifically to a lot of our CVE members. And it's a company in Cincinnati, Ohio, that is doing some solar. And it's more about community solar. It has nothing to do with Central Valley Electric Cooperative.
Well, I can tell folks if you get something in the mail and you think it's from CVE,
or
but it looks
calling you.
Yeah, please call CVE, ask, and they'll be happy to tell you if it's legit or not. And if you can, like if it's a phone call and they give you contact information and you'd like to share that, please. That would be helpful to CVE too, I would
And we've
imagine.
had people knocking on doors.
Okay.
So if that's occurring, give us a call, and please don't give out any private information.
Yeah, don't give any personal information, no data on that. Even if they are legit, if they're legit and you want their services, there'll be other ways you can get them that information.
Right, and we do go through a confidentiality release of information in the event that you choose to work with somebody. So just keep that in mind.
Absolutely. But if it doesn't pass your sniff test, don't hesitate to call CVE.
Yeah, if you got a bad feeling about it, holler at us. We'll
Absolutely.
let you know.
Good deal. Did we get it all?
I think so.
Excellent.
Yeah, I wanted to share with you our
your new
Enchantment
magazines
Yep.
Yeah, which folks can pick. I guess every CVE member has one of these, right?
Or
will be able
We'll get
to.
one in the mail.
Okay.
And we do have them in the lobby. We have extras that we pass out. So that we have a new publisher, and there's a lot of individualized co-op information.
Very
but
cool.
We all have 2 pages where we can share what's going on at our co-op, but the rest of it's statewide.
Yeah, so great information there.
It is.
Tips and tricks. And again, if you want more information about it, or if you want to get a copy and you get one, just call CVE and they'll be happy to
We
get
have a
them.
fellow here in Roswell who's no longer a member of CVE, but he was for 20-something years. We mail him one every month.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, if you'd like to get on the mailing list, please.
Yeah, we can certainly do that.
Absolutely. Because and that's just, obviously everything we talk about is for CVE members, but we are one community. We are, to get the information and the things we can all share that.
Well, and these are digitally too on cvecoop.org, and we do email these out each month to anybody who signed up for email services.
So if you don't have a paper copy and and you can get it right now online at the website.
And
Perfect.
Just give us permission to send your email.
Yeah,
and then
and you'll get the paper ones.
We add you to our database.
Yeah. It's nice to get mail every once in a while.
It is.
That isn't bills.
No bills, but checks would be nice.
That's true. Yeah, you throw those in. If you slip one of those in there, let me know. I'll definitely look for that.
Exactly. And there's great recipes in there too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Are these your recipes?
No, they don't ask. They don't ask
you?
No, they don't even really ask.
Have you tried them though?
We asked one time. One of the editors.
Yeah.
Where do you get these recipes? Because we've got some too.
Sure.
A lot of the folks at CVE cook. I mean, not just me, but it's
You know what I'm thinking?
What?
CVE cookbook.
We have talked a little bit about that, but there was a lady that worked at CVE. She retired from CVE after many, many years. She put together her own personal cookbook.
Okay.
And you just can't outdo it.
Oh.
You can't outdo it.
Everybody
cooks
can't beat them,
her
join them on that
recipes.
one.
That's right.
Okay.
It would be hard to outdo Wilna Aiken. So.
Well, maybe like at a customer appreciation time or something, you get maybe some kind of cook-off or just everyone bring their recipe in.
That would be so
and
fun.
give it a try and just say let's have a big shindig and eat a bunch of secret recipes.
It would be nice, but there are every month there's something that's good and it's very seasonal.
Very good. So again, call to get on the list or come by and pick one up.
That's right.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Leah, as always.
Thank you. I appreciate the time.
Anytime. We'll see you next time here and stay cool.
See you this weekend or Friday.
Yeah, we'll see you Friday. We're going to be there. It's at the Bulldog Bowl for the Tunnel to Towers, the 9/11 mobile exhibit. It'll be, I think it comes to town tonight here in Roswell.
You'll be here. Yeah, they said by noon, right?
Yeah, I think it comes today. And then tomorrow at 1 o'clock, they're going to do a big escort with the firefighters and everybody from, I think, Artesia and Chaves County and all. It's a low. And they're going to escort it down to the Bulldog Bowl.
In Artesia.
And then tomorrow, I don't know what time, but after that, the exhibit will be open to just first responders.
Right.
The general public cannot be a part of it tomorrow. It's going to be strictly for our folks in uniform here. Then
rightfully so.
Yeah. And then on the 11th, we're going to do the morning show out there. At 9 a.m., they're going to do the big opening ceremonies. And then 10 a.m., Friday, I think it's 10 to 4 every day. Friday, basically the 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th, you can go and visit and tour it for free.
Yeah,
it doesn't cost anything.
Super excited about that.
I am too. I'm really looking forward to it. So we'll see you later, okay?
Okay, we'll see you then. Thank
All right.
you.
It is 8:54. Let's do some news and a quick break before, more news. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update. I'm Jared Cirillo. The city of Roswell reminding people at the Burt Murphy Family Splash Pad at Pocorn Park that the emergency shutoff button for the splash pad is indeed for emergencies only. A number of people have been pressing the button multiple times a day for non-emergency, and that requires a staff member to physically go to the splash pad to turn the water back on and reset the emergency button, which takes some time. And during that time, the splash pad is inoperable. So the city reminding people, don't press the emergency shutoff button unless there is an actual emergency. Also, the city of Roswell reminding people that fishing should not be done at the J. Kenneth Smith Bird Sanctuary and Nature Center at 401 North Sycamore Avenue. Fishing is prohibited at the site in order to protect the water resources that are important to the birds and other wildlife. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo reporting.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander. Electric vehicle maker Lordstown Motors says it may not be in business a year from now as it tries to secure funding to start full production of an electric pickup truck. Lordstown says the $587 million it had on hand as of March 31st isn't enough to start commercial production and to begin selling the truck. Ski areas across the United States experienced a strong rebound over the winter, despite COVID-19 health restrictions. The National Ski Areas Association says skier visits to resorts totaled 59 million this season. On Wall Street, the Dow slipped 30 points to 34,599. The Nasdaq up 43 to 13,924, and the S&P 500 closed at 4,227. With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
When it comes to effortless pool care, BioGuard's comprehensive pool care systems are simply the best. That's because each system is broken down into 3 easy-to-follow steps, starting with step 1, adding silk sticks, silk tabs, or silk smart sticks to quickly sanitize and kill bacteria. Then you follow up with steps 2 and 3, using the recommended shock to destroy contaminants and algicide to stop algae. Simple as 1, 2, 3, huh? Visit Mays Lumber today to learn more about all of BioGuard's simple pool care system.
You can count on Mays Lumber Company.
Customizable office equipment is one stop away at PTS Office Systems. Of course, you and the business next door do different things, so you need different office equipment. PTS Office Systems has fully customizable office equipment in stock, waiting to be delivered to your business. Get fully customized office equipment to meet your office's specific needs. The day and age of one-size-fits-all office equipment is gone. Shop around at PTS Office Systems today at 217 North Main in downtown Roswell.
It's an idea whose time has come. The MTA Mechanics and Tires Mobile Tire Shop. No longer will the drama of auto service ruin your entire day. Instead, MTA Mechanics and Tires will come to you. MTA will install new tires, fix your brakes, or just fix a flat while your vehicle is at work, home, or even the airport. So skip the drama. Call the Mobile Tire Shop at MTA Mechanics and Tires, covering Roswell, Carlsbad, and our
A
T-Shop.
good night's sleep is so important. Did you know that proper sleep supports a healthy heart, decreases chances of weight gain, and boosts a positive mood? Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher with Carabelli Dental. It doesn't matter your age, sleeping issues can make any of us reach for that all-day cup of coffee. If you know you are not sleeping because of severe snoring or sleep apnea, come visit us. We can make you a small oral appliance that will help you sleep better and live better.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main in Roswell, or call 622-4455.
Clay Travis. We are going to represent what Rush always represented, which is the full fruition of American freedom. Buck Sexton.
There is nothing that has ever been comparable to being at that golden mic.
Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, inspired by Rush. You'll hear them both right here on this station at this time, starting Monday after Father's Day weekend.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Sigmund Freud once believed that cocaine could be used to help treat a morphine addiction. Mike used bacon to get over his addiction to beef. Here's Mike Winters.
And it didn't work. I'm still on beef. Matter of fact, the fine folks at La Grande Victoria brought a bevy of delicious things for us to try. I'm going to botch the pronunciations. We're gonna do it at the beginning of next hour. I won't do it during the break. Although it's very hard to not, because the smells are delicious and it is a test of metal to not eat this, but right now. But yeah, thank you to La Grande Victoria. They brought us some drinks, some masapan and some melon drinks. We're going to try here a little bit, and then a bunch of meat. And I don't know if this is what the style of the meat, the mocachete La Victoria. I don't know if that's the style of the meat cooking or not, but we're going to learn more next hour about this and dive in. And then, of course, we're going to talk to the Community Little Theater next hour as well. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. As he heads for Europe on his first overseas trip as Commander-in-Chief, President Biden is stressing the importance of unity among the Western allies. His goals for the G7 and the NATO summits will include
strengthening the alliance, make it clear to Putin and to China that Europe and the United States are tight, and the G7 is going to move.
It will be an 8-day trip and will include a sit-down in Switzerland with Russian President Vladimir Putin. After failing to reach a compromise on infrastructure, the president has ended negotiations with a group of Senate Republicans.
Biden walked away from talks with Senator Shelley Moore Capito of West Virginia, the lead Republican negotiator, after the two spoke Tuesday. The Biden-Capito talks failed to bridge the divide between the GOP proposal of $928 million and Biden's scaled-down $1.7 trillion investment proposal.
Correspondent Mike Rossian. Productive is how Democrat Senator Joe Manchin describes his talks with civil rights leaders, but the West Virginia senator says he still cannot support his party's election reform proposal. It's 3 years in prison for a former Wisconsin pharmacist who made headlines when he intentionally ruined more than 500 doses of COVID-19 vaccine.
Stephen Brandenburg of Grafton was sentenced after pleading guilty in February to 2 felony counts of attempting to tamper with a consumer product. He had admitted to removing the doses manufactured by Moderna from a refrigerator for hours at Aurora Medical Center in Grafton, just north of Milwaukee. Brandenburg said he felt, quote, great shame and accepted responsibility for his actions.
Correspondent Jeremy House. On Wall Street, stocks are modestly higher. The Dow is up 32 points, the Nasdaq ahead 35, and the S&P 6 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
As dads, it's our job to capture as many memories with our kids as possible. It's also our job to embarrass them, and if we're lucky, we get to do both. That's why I'm thankful my son created Legacy Box, the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos.
And I'll never recover from the time you showed up to my middle school dance to disco in front of everyone. Thanks, Dad. But he's right. Simply fill your Legacy Box with your old VHS, camcorder tapes, film reels, and photos, and we'll do the rest.
And in just a couple of weeks, you'll get your originals back, along with a DVD, thumb drive, or cloud delivery. Stuff that even an old man like me can figure out.
Check out Legacy Box today. Plus, for Father's Day, we're offering an incredible 50% off. Visit legacybox.com/lbox. This is one of the best discounts we've offered. That's legacybox.com/lbox for 50% off. legacybox.com/lbox.
France is easing its coronavirus restrictions as the number of new infections continues to drop and vaccination rates continue to rise all across the country.
Countries across Europe are feeling the benefit of an expanding vaccination program and a prolonged period of severe restrictions. France is pushing back the start of its nighttime curfew by 2 hours to 11 p.m. A new health pass will allow access to activities with large crowds, and a recommendation to work from home has been relaxed. Belgium, which has one of the highest COVID death rates in the world, is also easing its rules. Cafes and restaurants can once again serve indoors, and masks are no longer compulsory outdoors.
The BBC's Grant Ferret says that for the first time in 7 months, French restaurants and cafes will be able to serve customers indoors. News and analysis at townhall.com. The Senate's on track to approve legislation that's aimed at boosting U.S. semiconductor production.
The bill is a bid to protect economic and national security in the face of growing competition internationally, especially from China. The move also mirrors the formation of a task force by the Biden administration to address bottlenecks in the semiconductor, construction, transportation, and agriculture sectors. Officials say the administration would like to get ahead of crises such as the computer chip shortage that's hurt automakers over the past year. Bob Agnew reporting.
Australia's Prime Minister Scott Morrison says the World Trade Organization should punish China for bad behavior when it occurs. Morrison is hoping to garner international support in a worsening trade dispute with China. Morrison says Australia will be working with others to buttress the role of the World Trade Organization. And once again on Wall Street this hour, stocks are higher. The Dow is up 37 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hey, where are the white women at? All right, dude, listen to me carefully. Do you think Shaq got rich playing in Orlando? No, he got rich playing in college. Everybody knows that. I said, do we have a talent? Huh?
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. Let's have a listen. What does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
You want to take a dinghy? No, I took care of that in the press conference.
Well, have some of the yellow.
Don't get cheap on me.
Just hang loose, blood. Gonna catch up and eat out on the mess.
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to our, I'm going to turn that down, to our number 3.
Tres Inviernos.
Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy middle of the week, everybody.
Yeah.
Welcome to Wednesday.
Indeed.
And it smells delightful in here.
Delicious and delightful.
So, La Grande Victoria gave us a spread of food and beverage. And it all smells great. I have not opened any of it.
I like how you're keeping it all under cloche.
I've kept it under. For those that can watch on the video.
Which, by the way, we got our video back. Our
we
stream
do.
back.
It's in. Old Tanner's in there.
Nice.
Turning wrenches and getting things happening in
On
there.
the ones
So,
and twos.
yeah, he got it done. So Elizabeth, actually, she brought it over, and we're going to get him on the air and talk more about this food. We're going to eat it now.
Yeah.
Eat some. And then, when I get back here in a couple of weeks, we're going to have him on, and I'm going to try to get family recipes from people, and we're going to steal them. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not going to do that.
Just bring all your generations of recipes. We're taking it all.
Bring them in an index form on paper, please, and by alphabetically would be handy.
If you have a
can.
jump drive, that makes things a lot easier.
Yeah, just put all the recipes on that. But we've got a couple of the drinks we're going to try.
Yep.
And then we've got some food we're going to try. Now the food, is this the style, the molcajete? Is that the style of food, Elizabeth? Or is that the actual dish that we're eating here?
That is the actual dish that you're eating, but it is actually from the area of Chihuahua where she's from.
Oh, okay.
And so, yes, a lot of their meals are from that area.
So this is like home cooking Chihuahua style.
Yes, it is.
Gotcha. Sweet.
Okay.
Well, I'm ready. Well, we got drinks. Do you want us to drink first?
Probably do the drinks first.
Let us drink first, and then we'll be. By the way, we are going to have the folks from the Roswell Community Little Theater, and they'll join us here in a little bit. We might share some food with them.
First dinner, then the show.
That's right. We're doing a dinner and a show.
Dinner theater.
Exactly. We'll share with them if
Dinner,
they want.
then theater. Yeah.
Maybe. Depends.
Yeah,
This is really
enough.
good. I'm gonna pull rank.
Right. Thing is, we know where all the best hiding spots are in this office. So,
Except for the one you can't get to.
That's true. There's a few actually.
I'm going to have to follow you guys around.
My belly.
Fair enough.
I'm going to hide it in my belly. That's what I'm hiding. But so let's do the beverages first. So we got two different beverages to try. We have a melon fruit drink, and then we have a masapan, which has got nuts in it, right?
Yes, it does.
And this is more like, is this like because it's got the white color like the horchata?
It's kind of like they're aguas frescas. So they're just made fresh so they have a pistachio one.
Okay.
And it has those nuts, like when you drink it all the way down, you can.
Oh, you got some of the nuts in there?
Yes. And then they also have horchata, and then they have a watermelon one.
Okay.
And then, of course, they have the tea that you have here. And
Okay.
the melon is the cantaloupe. So if you're not a cantaloupe fan, you won't be a fan of it.
I've got my own cantaloupe here.
Bring these over so that folks can see. How big
you
they
see
are, 'cause
that.
That's a lot.
I've got my own melon, cantaloupe here. Now, all full fairness, I like honeydew. I do not like cantaloupe. So, if my reaction is, it's because I do not like cantaloupe and nothing more. If you love cantaloupe,
It is good. The melon is good. My two favorites are pistachio and melon.
Okay, now the
I've not tasted that
the
one, so you guys have
masapan
to tell me.
is that which flavor is that? What nut is that? Do you know?
You know, I don't know what
Okay.
nut. She just said that it is this one is made with nuts.
Okay.
And it could be made with pecans. I'm not sure. 'Cause
Pecans
sometimes they
or
use
okay.
Pecans, yes.
Well, maybe we can identify.
There you go.
Are you strong on your nut difference in taste?
No, I could definitely tell certain I'm
Well, yeah, certain to
walnuts
stand out.
versus pistachios versus almonds. Pretty good. Yeah, I'm
It's a
actually.
nut, but it can't figure out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
turns out it takes one to know one.
I guess.
All right, so bottoms up.
I know a nut when I see it.
And this is the melon. This is the cantaloupe.
This is the melon, yes.
That is
I do
strong.
not like cantaloupe. This is tasty.
That is great. I love
It's
cantaloupe.
refreshing, isn't it?
Oh, it's incredible.
Yeah, it doesn't have that aftertaste like cantaloupe does that I don't like. That's what I don't like. I don't like that. And it doesn't have that. It's just got the sweet part
That
at
is,
the
like,
beginning.
spot on.
Well, now, it tastes like cantaloupe, but it doesn't I don't like that weird aftertaste of cantaloupe, and it doesn't have that.
I bet you it's the rind, maybe.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's some of the rind.
That weird taste that you get.
But that
like
is
a bitterness.
It's a creamy, fruity drink, and it's very good. I would drink that all
that's
day.
Fantastic. Yeah. All right, so this one is the.
But I'm saving room right now, and that one I'm going to need to steal.
Yeah, I'm going to pass it over. So
This is the marzipan.
Yes.
And this has got a nut of some kind in it. Maybe we can identify.
What kind of nut?
All right, I'm going in.
I have it. Hang on. First of all, it tastes just like marzipan.
Does it?
Which is almond.
Oh, so that's.
I think
what
it is
then.
almond.
Yeah.
The more I taste it,
Marzipan is made from almond. So yeah,
I like that. Of the two, I like this one better because I like.
That one's my favorite.
I like. So you can keep that one then, because he says the melon.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I like the kind of that horchata style, but I love the melon.
I like that because it's got. I'm not a big fruit guy, so that's part of that for me. But that to me is like almost like an almond milky type.
It's peanut.
Is that peanut?
It's peanut candy. It tastes just like that marzipan peanut candy. That you
Okay,
get.
maybe that's what it is. A peanut.
I was trying to put my
now that
finger
you
on
say
it.
that, I can kind of see a peanut in there.
If you've ever had like those little, you can buy them in like the palaterias, the little Mexican marzipan peanut. That's exactly what they taste like.
But that's a good. I like that because it's like I feel it's a morning drink to me. Not a dinner drink.
Good, like an afternoon.
Like hot afternoon.
Well, I mean, but yeah, like the melon one, you could drink like a dessert in the afternoon. But that the marzipan, that to me feels like a breakfast drink. But I like it. It's very
I
it's
think
very
you
good.
like the pistachio. I'll have to bring you.
Yeah, I'll have to try that.
because they change the flavors every day.
All right, so it's kind of
nice.
Well, I like that one.
Dealer's
That's
choice.
a winner. That's a winner there. So I would go white drink.
White drink.
Go white drink.
You got orange drink. I got white drink.
I'll maintain the fruitiness. All right, so what do we have here? What's going on here under cloche?
I'm guessing these are tortillas.
Possibly.
Cheese roll-ups.
Do they make those? All right, I'm going to open the first one here, the smaller ones. And it looks like we got beans and rice in this one.
Okay.
And beans and rice in this one.
Awesome.
So I know what those are. And I like those. So.
I do. I'm a fan of
Now, here's this big weighty thing. Now, I ain't going to lie. This thing's got some girth and a heft to it. It's big.
There's a lot of a lot going on in here. Oh. Okay.
And whoa.
Wow.
Look at this.
Just from the
Hold on.
Get a cross section of that on the
Let
camera.
me get this on camera here. This is I don't want to get on the board.
Don't drop the beauty.
Well, it's got a little. Yeah.
Yes.
Let me do this.
The juice. There we go. There we go.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Oh, that's perfect.
Look at all that. They got the peppers and the meat and the cheese. It's Asia? What's the cheese?
That's
What's the name of it? The Mexican
queso
cheese?
fresco.
Queso fresco. Okay.
Yes.
So, looks like there's sausage, chicken. I'm way off mic. I need to get on mic.
Papitas.
Sausage, chicken. I'm gonna let you.
I was gonna say you're gonna drop the beauty here.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
It's like smorgasbord style. So how does one eat this?
I say just dive in and grab some meat.
I'm guessing like tortilla
So,
and then you just
so normally it's served in this really neat like bowl right in the center.
Yeah.
It's designed for two people.
For family style.
Yes, and so you just take what you want and put it on your plate. Kind of like a fajita, I guess. You know, when you have fajitas and they come out, you just take what you want and put it on your plate and that sort of thing.
That's the best thing about tortillas. You just throw anything on it and eat it.
I think that's sort of what
it.
intimidates me with like some of this food is like the family style aspect because you don't know where to start. Really?
So that's called.
Do you want a fork or something?
I'm just.
So that particular one is called.
I'm clean-ish.
Molcajete La Victoria.
Molcajete La Victoria. Now that's the style that this is prepared in.
And so it's prepared with like
Chihuahuan,
a lime and an orange. It's marinated in lime and an orange juice, special blend of spices.
Okay.
And so it's marinated, and then it's supposed to be.
It looks
fabulous.
delicious.
So
I can't wait to.
There we go. I think I got pretty much a little bit of everything.
Chile. Throw some chile in there.
Where is the
big old
Well, I
The
mean,
big
yeah,
green
I don't want to cut into it.
You need a knife?
Yeah, I might.
Oh,
actually.
let me grab one.
I got one. It's right here.
What do you have in there? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, snap! Look at you.
Yeah.
All prepped and ready. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't want to necessarily cut in anything that was too big or weighty. Oh yeah, that's pretty.
Oh yeah.
Trying to also speed through this because I know we got a guest.
I'm just watching you.
Right.
It smells delicious.
It does. I can't wait to eat.
Yeah.
I just want to get a fork and go. I don't even wait for the tortilla. I just
There you go.
Bring a sharp knife because butter knives don't really do
well,
it.
if it's a plastic knife, yeah.
I think you just got.
We didn't get our
sausage.
Ginsu 12,000 on that job.
All right, now
so
we move this over here so young Michael
That's
can prepare.
plate right there, bud.
Yeah,
all right.
He ain't messing around. All
A
right.
little bit of everything in there.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can you pass me?
Tortillas? Should we
Yeah, pass
throw
me a
over
tortilla.
packet. Here
I'm
we
gonna
go.
eat chicken.
Ready?
Thank you.
Oh, you're just cheating.
I just ate a piece of chicken.
Hey, all right.
How was it?
I was going to wait for the reveal.
Very good. Mm. That
5
chicken
second
alone,
rule,
I'll
still
eat by.
Still good.
See, I don't know what the right move is to mix meats or go au singular.
I wasn't sure either, but I'm kind of going
You can mix it all up. Or eat it
smorgasbord
one at a
style.
time.
All right. Well, let's just do this.
Oh, and I'm going to aggravate the internet by eating this taco top down. You ever seen somebody do that? Bite it in the oh, dude.
And it breaks right in half?
No, you just
people do that
like a sandwich. Yeah,
I've never heard that before.
You'll aggravate the internet if you do it because it's the wrong way to do it. But like Justin,
at the side.
Justin Bieber, he was like it was a burrito actually. He was like sitting on a park bench eating a burrito like from the middle, like a cob of corn. And
That's
the internet
weird.
lost their mind.
That's weird.
Yeah,
That is weird.
but if you think about it, it kind of makes sense. It's the center of the
Right
flavor.
in the middle. It's
Is that
kinda
the
like
same people that eat bananas in the middle?
I'd imagine with a knife and fork.
Yeah, like you know how they do that sometimes as banana eating people.
One of the hardest parts of this whole thing is sitting here holding it, waiting.
You know what? Go ahead and eat, man. I'm
I
still
don't-
building.
Yeah, I want to see your face.
Yeah.
I
I want to see your face. I want to see your face.
want to see your face.
All right. Let there's some of this chicken on there. All
man.
right. All right. I built something here that I can eat real quick. I got some
So you're
chicken,
gonna
some
do yours
beef, and
from the
cheese, and
side or
pepper.
right in the middle,
Oh
like-
no, I'm not a savage. I eat like
that
a.
steak. That steak is so well marinated. That is so good.
All right.
Here we go. Let's see.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
You-
yesterday I had tacos from there. They had
Y'all ain't getting this back.
they have 85-cent tacos on Tuesday.
Mm.
And so we went over there for lunch, and then for dinner I was like, I don't feel like cooking, so I ordered like 15 tacos.
I don't blame you.
That's
I
not
don't-
enough. I mean that's more than enough. Like, so they're like, why do you get 15?
How many are
tacos?
eating off that?
I only eat 2.
I mean, how many were eating off 15 tacos? How many people?
Oh, gosh.
How many do you feed?
Oh, how many? 3 of us.
Oh.
That might get her done.
Oh yeah.
I'm a fat guy. I eat more than.
Well, there were lots of tacos left over.
Feeding the family, and you have lunch the next day for like under $15. That's phenomenal.
Yes.
The
Yes,
cheese and the
definitely.
peppers with the meat mix. I finally got a bite that had all of it in there. It was really good.
Isn't that neat? And so they have another one like that, but it has seafood.
That
So
sausage
it has
is so good.
crab and shrimp, and then it has nopales, which is cactus.
Ooh, I've never
Ooh,
had
they have these
cactus. I want to try
It's
cactus.
really good. They also have different types of tacos. So they have, of course, the traditional tacos,
Mhm.
but they have tacos with lengua, which is tongue. So if you like lengua, you can have those. They also have tripitas. You have to eat those hot because they're nice and crispy, so you can't let those get cold.
Right.
But they're actually pretty tasty. I wasn't sure at first. I was like, but Melissa said, you got to try them. And I'm like, okay.
Well, thank you to the fine folks at La Grande Victoria for bringing this by today.
Absolutely. This is amazing.
This is
It's
delicious.
going to be real hard to get work done today.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm going to hit the road. And you
Yeah,
guys
before
have
your
a
boss
fine
gets
day.
mad at you.
Yeah.
He's like, what are you doing hanging around that studio? Go get to work. Hit the street.
He has walked by the door like 3 or 4 times, giving a dirty look. So he's like, "This wasn't part of the plan."
Oh, because there's food. That's why. He's lingering like a vulture.
I'm gonna get out of the way so we can.
All right, I'm going to try this sausage, and then we're going to get a break going so we can get our fine folks from the Roswell Community Little Theater in here.
I'm taking
I didn't try the sausage, so I'm going to eat that now. Oh, man.
It's really good. That sausage is insane. I'm not sure if they make it in house or what, but it's really like well seasoned.
I ran out of room.
All right.
Oh, man. All right, we got to get this out of my face. Otherwise, this is the rest of the show.
Roswell Community Little Theater coming up next.
All right, we're going to take weather and quick break. I'm going to get this food out of the way because it's distracting, and I got to do an interview, and God bless the Grand Victoria. That was great. That sausage got some zip, too.
It really does.
Wow, it's good.
It all had some serious zing to it.
Well, I didn't notice it. I ate the pepper, and then I was eating salsa. Ooh, there's a little zing there. 9:20. Here's your weather and a quick break. Don't go away. We'll be back.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Get ready for a few days of very hot temperatures. We'll be hitting around 103 to 105 this afternoon. We have high pressure over the Four Corners area and downslope wind coming off the mountains, and that'll crank our temperatures up today. We'll be getting plenty of sunshine, upper 60s overnight and clear, and then another sunny hot day tomorrow with our highs between 106 and 108. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
This is the weekend for the Tunnel to Towers 9/11 Memorial Never Forget mobile exhibit arrival in Artesia, New Mexico. Friday, June 10th through Monday, June 14th, this 83-foot-long, 1,100-square-foot exhibit will offer those who remember and those who are too young to remember the opportunity to learn about the events of 9/11 and learn about the heroes of the New York Fire Department who lost their lives simply doing their job, attempting to rescue those trapped in the Twin Towers before the towers fell. Come see World Trade Center steel, items found in the rubble after the Twin Towers collapsed. Hear the radio transmissions from the first responders and learn about the Tunnel to Towers Foundation along with the Artesia 9/11 Memorial and its work in Artesia. The 9/11 Never Forget mobile exhibit will be in Artesia for its only visit to New Mexico Friday through Monday from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. each day and will be located in the parking lot of world-famous Bulldog Bowl on West Main Street in Artesia. This announcement paid for by Navajo Refining Company, Holly Frontier.
We serve all New Mexico. If you think it's hard to take out a home loan, those rumors are wrong. It's not true. Contact Loan Officer Elliot Rodriguez, MLS number 41002 at CMG Financial, phone number 719-237-4680. At CMG Financial, we can help. Experience extraordinary with CMG Financial, every customer, every time, no exceptions, no excuses. CMG Financial is a registered trade name of CMG Mortgage Incorporated, MLS 1820. CMG Mortgage Incorporated is equal opportunity lender. To verify complete list of the state's license, visit www.mlsconsumersaccess.org.
Equal fair housing is the right for everyone to have access to all housing opportunities without discrimination based on race, religion, national origin, sex, color, familial status, or disability.
So, here we are, smack dab in the middle of Tailgate Nation with a whole summer of fun and adventure in front of us. And here at the Tailgate Nation, Roswell Ford is making it easier than ever for you to trade up during our used car extravaganza. Roswell Ford has the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in southeastern New Mexico, with quality cars and trucks starting at just $5,000. And because demand has never been higher, your trade-in has never been worth more. So if you're upside down, this is a time for you to get back on your feet. We're talking premium, hard-to-find vehicles like Raptor, High Country, Camaro, and Charger. Each one passed a rigorous 139-point inspection. And Roswell Ford gives you a 3-day money-back guarantee so you can buy without being shy. Tailgate Nation is calling, so saddle up, partner. Let's hit the road with a fresh new ride. It's the used car extravaganza at Roswell Ford, the Tailgate Nation at the corner of 9th and Main.
Well, the geraniums were a little slow at getting started this year, but now they're ready to go. Hi, this is Jim Gill with a lesson in delayed gratification. At Roswell Seed Company, we grow our own geraniums, and that old polar vortex sure slowed them down. But now they may be the sturdiest, most colorful geraniums you've ever put in the ground, so come get yours today. Kind of like your neighbor's son who's still living in the basement. Late bloomers can be the brightest of them all. Or maybe not. Have you seen that kid?
This Father's Day, don't buy your dad a TV from the same place you buy your socks and bug spray. How about a quality Sony Bravia 4K Smart TV from Decor of Carlsbad? And right now at Decor, choose from sizes anywhere from 43 inches to cinematic 75 and 85-inch models. With a Sony Bravia set from Decor, you're assured that Dad will be getting a set with superior picture quality, streaming capabilities, reliability, and a remote that is user-friendly. Come in today and find the perfect Sony Bravia for Dad. Guaranteed, you'll put a smile on his face.
Eastern New Mexico University is open for visitors to come to visit our campus. Come be our guest for a guided tour of one of the best small-town college atmospheres in the Southwest. Take a look at all ENMU has to offer, including the best residence halls in New Mexico as recognized by Niche.com. Sign up today for your personal tour of ENMU and our beautiful campus by visiting enmu.edu/visit. Explore, experience, excel. Eastern New Mexico University.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The Goodyear Rubber Company researched and concluded that shoes wear out faster on the right foot than on the left. To fix this, just walk backwards for half the day. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 25 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Roswell Community Little Theater, Gina Montague back with us, and Chris Whipperman as well. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How's everything going?
Doing great.
I know you guys got to be excited now that we're all in turquoise and everything and going to stay that way.
Yes.
You guys are going to be able to do more things at the theater again for folks there, which we'll talk to here in a minute. But
Sure.
But the big thing we want to let folks know about is UFO Festival is just really four weeks away, 3 weeks
coming
away.
up fast,
Pretty
yeah.
quick here. Cheryl Shepard, you might have heard of her. She won the, was it Voice?
Yep.
Yeah, The
Yes.
Voice. She won The Voice. She's New Mexican. She's from New Mexico, Albuquerque. But yeah, she's unfortunately, she won The Voice and then COVID hit.
Right.
And then, it's kind of hard for her to go be famous in her tour when there's no place to do that.
Right, right.
So she's really, it kind of lucked out for us on that. So she's available for UFO Festival. So
Yes.
she's going to be headlining this year's UFO Festival. Who's opening for her? It could be you.
That's right.
That's what we're talking about next with the Battle of the Bands here. So how did this all? Did the city come to you and say, "Hey, we want to do this. Can you help us out?" kind of thing, or?
Yeah, basically, we had been talking about doing Battle of the Bands since Santa's Talent Search in
Okay.
December, and
Just needed a reason.
Yeah.
And this kind of gave you
no,
one.
we had decided we were going to do it
Sure.
anyway. But
But
they
the
came
prize
to
got
us-
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They came to us and said, "Hey, we hear you want to do a Battle of the Bands. We want to, be a part of that and have it part of the festival, and we can offer this as a prize." So
Excellent.
It worked out amazing.
And everybody wins. It's great
Yeah,
for them,
exactly.
for us. It gives us extra promotion.
Sure.
And then,
and bands get exposure to play in front of some audiences
That's
here,
right.
and who knows? Maybe that's the ticket that maybe the Civil Shepherds people see you and be like, "Hey, let's see if we can get them on a
Exactly,
label,"
exactly.
But anyway, it's Battle of the Bands, so calling all bands
Right.
to come and sign up for this. Now, when's the dates for the Battle of the Bands, and what's some of the rules we need to let folks know about here?
So the performance will be Friday, July 2nd
Okay.
at 7 p.m. And then, of course, the winner will perform Saturday night before.
Before the performance there, before Civil Shepherd there.
And so we have a deadline for entry
Okay.
coming up really quickly here, June 15th.
All right, so next week.
Mhm.
Next week's your deadline to get your entries turned in.
Yeah. And they can do that on our website,
Okay.
roswelltheater.com.
Yeah. Just go, roswelltheater.com. It's R-E, right?
That's right. It's the weird theater
Yeah, it's
spelling.
the R-E, the fancy-fied word.
Yes.
Go to the
Theatre.
theatre. Yeah, theatre. But, yeah, it's not the eater. If you use the eater, that's how I spell theater.
Right.
The eater, it won't get you. Although if you Google it, it'll probably come right up.
Yeah.
But anyway, go to the Community Little Theater's website. And then you can submit your entries. Do they have to submit a video or anything of their, or a tape of some kind?
Right. We're requesting a press kit.
Okay.
And if they don't have one of those or
You can get them on your phone. You don't need to go out and get a professional. Like if you just
Yeah.
have a video of you guys playing on
Yeah,
your phone or
send me
something,
a video.
that's more enough.
Yeah, and they can contact me through the email that's on the website. It's ufobattlebands@gmail.com.
Okay. As far as genres of music, anything, is there any restrictions there on that? Or it's if it's music, come and play it?
Has to be family friendly.
Sure.
That's
It's
the-
got to be available for a family. Yeah.
But
so
aside from that, we would love to have a great mix of music.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it's all about. Is,
Sure.
The important thing about this show is it's audience choice, you
Mhm.
know, so people will be able to vote for their favorite band. So if you have a unique style of music, if you're a one-man band and can get up there and entertain folks
There
and
you go.
everybody likes you, you could have just as much chance as a band that's known all over the city.
yeah, it could be. You could be the next Trent Reznor or whatever, and do your Nine
There
Inch
you go.
Nails, your one-man band,
Mhm.
or have you seen the Blue Bunny commercials for ice cream? The Fun Light Mitts. There's one where there's a mom or somebody, and she's playing like a drum kit with like 16 different instruments on one thing.
Oh, wow.
And maybe you can do that move or whatever. But yeah, this is a great chance if you're a band or an artist that's looking to get some exposure to do your thing here. Submit a video, get it in, but you got to get it in quick here.
Yeah.
As far as music, like I said, genres, all genres. If you want to do original stuff, if you want to do covers, all of that's on the table here, I'm guessing.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Original music is always encouraged,
Mhm.
but we're not going to stop anybody
Sure.
from doing other things.
You do your music, and if we love it, let's see if maybe you're opening up for Shovel Shepherd.
That's right.
Now he said the 15th is the deadline to get those videos through the website.
Yes.
The RoswellTheater.com is the website. You can go through there and get those turned in. We'll remind folks.
Yeah, there's a big button that says Battle Bands on there, and you click that, and it'll open up. It has our entry form, our liability weight, all the different types of forms that are needed nowadays.
Sure. Now, is there going to be a performance to determine the battles, or is it all just video submissions and then pick a winner?
Yeah, from the video submissions, I'll choose some bands to audition.
Okay. And then we'll have a performance.
Yeah.
And then
there'll be a couple rehearsal days.
There'll be a few rehearsals.
Perfect. So your commitment will be obviously getting the video, but then you're going to be, we're going to ask that you perform in some rehearsals and practices and things leading up to the event on the 2nd.
Exactly.
Yes, please read everything in the entry form and the rules, because there are some dates that you will be required to attend, and we need you to be there every single time. And so, make sure that you will be able to commit to that.
Yeah. Obviously, that would be a bummer if you get in there and you're great and you're like, well, I'm going to be out of town and not available. It's like, well, then this was wasteful.
Yeah, everybody's time was wasted.
Yeah. So no, exactly. But if you want to do is come out and be a part of it. And hey, if even if you just want to learn more about community theater, come out to some of the rehearsals and things. Love to have you be a part of that. Always looking for new folks to come and
absolutely,
and maybe if you don't want to be on the acting or performing side, we we need lots of help on the sound lights, costumes, set design,
moving
everything else that happens to make
backstage,
make a performance go.
Yeah,
so,
stagehands, curtain pullers.
Yeah,
if you've always wanted to be the guy opening and closing that curtain, this is your chance.
Well, and that's just you don't have to have experience in this world to do it. If you just have a desire to want to do some of this, the rest you kind of learn as you go. If you think, and to be honest, I imagine there's some people that are a little shy, don't want to do it, and then they kind of get up there, and it's like, all right, calm down, get up, we got you. Once you get them up there, you can't get them off. So it's if you love this, come out and be a part of it. Are you guys doing your improv nights and things like that?
We're working on that. We're kind of trying to reformat that a little bit, and we'll get in touch with you here soon about that. But we are definitely trying to get some improv nights worked up, and trying to maybe get like a core group of people. Do like a little Whose Line Is It Anyway type show here in Roswell, and we'll have more information on that soon.
Excellent.
This is kind of our dead time. We're between our theater seasons, and we're trying to do the bands here before we start up
shift into your own
production
stuff
on
here.
Bye Bye Birdie, which is going to be the next production of
All
the
right.
theater.
Excellent. What's audition time frame you thinking on that one?
She just had auditions.
Oh, okay, so we got the cast. They're just getting ready. Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if for future shows and things, look on the website. There's usually a good schedule of it. And if you're like, ooh, I've always wanted to do that play, be on the lookout for the auditions and things, and come out. And,
the play after this is one Gina's going to be directing.
Okay.
So
yeah, it's gonna be fun.
we're excited.
Stay
about that.
tuned.
Yeah. So go and like our Facebook page, because you'll see when we have auditions. You'll see when we have shows.
Yeah.
You'll see everything that's going on.
Absolutely.
Right there in your newsfeed.
Yeah, it's a great way to just kind of stay up to date on all that. And of course, if you're not a performer, just a consumer, be on the lookout for the show times and everything. Get your tickets and come on out and enjoy some great local performances.
Yeah,
and
it's been great. Like we've had some new people to the theater. In our last production, we had a couple people who'd never acted before, and they were in it. And we had a lot of people who came to see shows that wouldn't normally come see a show, and they were like, "This is a whole lot more fun than I thought it was."
Once you get people there, they're like, "Oh, this is way cooler than what I thought it." I think people just get a stigma of community theater, and then they watch, every Christopher Guest movie out there or whatever, and think
we just watched Waiting for Guffman the other day.
Yeah, I kind of figured y'all know that, right?
Oh yeah, right.
And they kind of get that idea of what it's about, and it's not. I mean, that's the funny. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's elements of all of that in theater and all that stuff. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So definitely, that's what makes those movies funny. There is a hint of truth there, but I mean, as a whole, it's not what it's all about. Yeah,
it's exaggerated a little bit, just
done for dramatic flair.
Right.
But before now and then, please, calling all bands and musicians here, come and submit your entries into the Battle of the Bands. Winner will be opening up for Shovel Shepherd here at the UFO Festival July 2nd.
Yeah.
That is the grand prize. You get to play as a band on stage in front of people.
And there will be some serious exposure involved with it. The folks putting on the festival are going to be live streaming a lot of the stuff. And they're doing great job of promoting it.
So you're going to get some shine outside of the crowd in front of you,
Absolutely.
too. It's going to be viral.
There you go. Exactly. Wait, let's be careful with that word these days. It has a little bit different meaning than it used to.
The good viral, not the one you got to wear a mask viral.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah, come on out, do your thing. I know for a fact we have got a lot of great bands in this area. We have a amazing music community here, and let's showcase a little bit on a bigger stage.
Dust those amps off. Bring them out of the garage and out of the back of the closet where they've been sitting for the last year.
Yeah,
and get out here and get some exposure. Play some music.
Yeah, have some fun. Now, again, if RoswellTheater.com is the website, you can see all the rules, all the information. Submit your video entries here by the 15th. By, I guess, end of business on June 15th here. Get those entries in, and then we'll let you know shortly after Gina goes through all the tapes and does all her stuff.
Right.
So, yeah. But get those in now. You've got about a week left to get that done.
Yeah.
So,
Time
a
is
little
coming
less,
quickly.
actually. I think about 6 days. But get it done and get it in. So, and then, of course, if you want to learn more about communal theater, please come visit. Even because I don't know if you guys live there, but I know all the time there just seems to be somebody just kind of hanging out at the theater.
It's definitely easy to make that a second home, especially when you're getting ready for productions. You aside from rehearsals and getting stage and everything set, it can be a full-time hobby.
So I would say if you happen to drive by the theater there and see some cars in the parking lot, knock on the door and say and come in for a visit and say, hey, I'm gonna know more about this, what you guys are all about, and they'd be happy to do it. Now, if you don't know where it's located, it's in the Plains Park. Is that Plains Park Shopping Center? Is what it's called?
Yeah,
used to be. It's where the Icon Cinema Theater is. Is it still called Icon? I don't remember.
Apex,
or is it Apex?
I think it's Apex.
I couldn't remember if it went to one way or the other. But anyway, it for those who have been here a while, it was the old Allen Theater there, the Tuplex.
Right.
They are behind the old Alco, which is now the Apex Cinema, but it was an Alco back in the day. And now it's the home for the Roswell Community Little Theater. There's a beautiful facility there that they bought and paid for, and hence the reason why they need your support, because it's not cheap to own a theater.
No.
Turns out.
Yeah.
1717 South Union.
Yeah. So come on by and get it. If you'd love to be a part of it, I mean, any aspect is helpful. I mean, if you're good at makeup, if you're good at building costumes, if you love getting in your hands and building things, carpentry and that kind of stuff, all of that's handy to the Community Little Theater, and you get to have fun with that. If you're not that kind of person, but you're like, put the spotlight on me, I got this.
There you go.
Come on down too.
Yeah. I will say this weekend, or it would be, I think, Thursday, Friday night, our CAPS program, which is our kids' arts program with the theater. They are putting on a production. I think it's called The Trials. I apologize, I'm not more prepared for this, but I thought I should mention. I think it's called The Trials of Robin Hood.
Okay.
And this is a kids program where it's kind of like, the kids come a couple days a week.
Yeah.
And they get to work on everything from working on the sets and the props.
Yeah.
It's something that the theater does, and we're partner with the CAPS program.
Cool. Yeah, they do some great stuff for the kids, like during the summer. Like I think like some of the like the paintings downtown here on some of the boxes, I think that's all part of CAPS program, and I think that's all kind of in that too. I know they also do like if you ever did the Chautauquas out at the cemetery,
yes,
where they have the famous some of our more famous folks that are buried out there. They'll have the kids from the CAPS program do. I call them Chautauquas. I don't know if that's what they officially call them, but basically the kid is the character, is the person, and sits there and like J.P. White's the first one off the top of my head. Out at his grave, there's a young man who's J.P. White, and he's telling you all about it. And that's part of the CAPS program.
Yeah, and it is great. They're a great program, and now they're kind of integrated with the theater.
Good.
And so Thursday and Friday night they're doing their show. I believe it's at 7 p.m.
Okay.
I think it's $5 to come in.
Nice.
So come on up and just support some of the kids.
Absolutely. And if you want your kids more involved, bring them out Friday night and say, hey, I'd love for my child to be a part of this. What do they got to do?
Well, yeah, bring the kids up, have them watch a show.
Yeah.
And say, hey, would you like to do that? I mean, get the kids out of the house for a few hours a day.
And that's the thing, too, is these plays and stuff. Yeah, if bring the kids, I mean, not every single play is for kids,
right,
but almost every single one, it's a family-friendly event. I mean, one or two of the plays are probably more for dates and adults. But for the most part, and I think it's a great thing to expose your kids to live theater at that, because that's how you get them into it. I mean, then they turn out like me, and everyone is like, oh, they're singing in this movie. I'm not watching it. I'm because I just, but if they're exposed to that, and next thing you know, that's just part of their fabric, and then I think that's a great thing to get some of these kids, especially those kids that maybe they're not doing, in school, they're not, how they just maybe aren't responding that way. Maybe their brain will kind of pick it up through arts and through that way. Their brain works better that way. And who knows, maybe unlocking it there will help them in school and all the others. So now I've figured out what makes this tick. Now we can apply that in education and all the other aspects of this.
The beauty of live theater is an instant feedback. Kids nowadays, they they post their TikTok videos and then they check the next day and 8 people liked it. This is one of those things where you say something and you can hear people clap and you can hear people look at you, and it's
instant response.
And it's not something that a lot of kids these days are exposed to. So it's really great. I mean, a lot of business these days is still done face to face, and we've been locked in our houses for the last year.
And in just even social skills development, I didn't think about that till you were mentioning it there. But in the world of phones and technology, everybody texts and everything, and kids, let's face it, kids in social interactions face to face aren't as strong as they were when we were younger. And I think a lot of it's technology based, and they use for a lot of reasons. So theater can help with some of that too, and help with some of that. Hey, I know how to act in front of a person that's standing in front of me and not look weird or awkward.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So many soft skills are developed through theater. You have you gain poise and confidence, and get over your fear of public speaking, and you learn troubleshooting and team work, working with a team.
Overcoming obstacles, working as together. Yeah, absolutely.
Figuring it out together.
All the sports stuff, too. A lot of times they say sport. You can get that in theater, too.
Same, absolutely. But not everybody's geared for sports.
Absolutely.
And they don't have the arts in the schools the way they used to. This is a way for them to get that and to, be a more well-rounded individual.
Absolutely. Yeah, and who knows, maybe you just unlock their passion and their love. And even if it's not acting, maybe it's a subsect of it. Maybe they're like, okay, I didn't realize it, but you know what? I love sewing. I love building things. Maybe they get exposed to some of that stuff and they're saying, okay, maybe it's not the performing side, it's the technical side that draws me to it,
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how they find it. Let's give them as many options as possible to find it.
Sound and lights, mean, if they like tinkering with stuff, that's always could use help there.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. So please support the program. Go to the website, roswelltheater.com. Read more about the entire community little theater and everything that's involved with it. And then, like I said, if you've got a band here, please sign up by the 15th for the Battle of the Bands. This could be your chance to be big time.
All right.
Next thing you know, we'll be like, oh, remember that guy? Oh, yeah. First time I saw him, he was in Roswell doing a UFO festival. Now, exactly. Yeah. Now they're, Justin Bieber. But I don't know about that far.
Could be the next. Yeah, you never know. We could have the next Justin Bieber listening.
Fame-wise, but not antics-wise.
Yeah, right.
But definitely, please get involved and come out. And now that we're opening the world back up and things are happening, come and get involved in the Roswell Community Little Theater is a great way to do that.
Yes.
So yeah.
And I always mention real quick, we're nonprofit. We love donations, furniture. Building materials are real helpful right now because the cost has gone through the roof. So if you got some extra wood lying around, give us a call. And financial donations. We need a new roof for our building. That's going to be an upcoming project, especially after this last little rain. It looked like some waterfalls falling down in the theater in some places. So support your theater. Support this. This place has been around for over 60 years, and great part of the community.
Got a great board and everything that kind of helps keep everything going, and we just need the people to make the magic happen.
That's right.
Yeah, definitely. So get ready. 15th is your deadline.
That's right.
That's the absolute last day to turn in your entries for the Battle of the Bands. Calling all bands.
Yep.
You got to be able to play music.
Yep. And come out and see the show. Friday, July 2nd. It'll be at 7 p.m. And you guys, the audience, you'll be the ones who decide the winner.
And I know, and Gina knows the difference between music and like avant-garde. All right, I know that move. There was I don't know if it's still popular, but for a minute there were some people that were just literally beating on things they called instruments.
Yeah.
And they were saying it's avant-garde. I'm like, no, that's beating out aggression. There's no music to that. That's noise. That's not, just because you make sound doesn't mean you make music. And that's sound, not music. So don't pull that avant-garde stuff. We're going to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No standing on one leg covered in pudding, beating on a trash can.
Yeah.
Well, I just hear the like, what was the song like that? That was car horns and a couple of what was that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we say that maybe it'll sound great. Who knows?
You never know.
I know I should not judge, but I got a feeling you ain't pulling that one.
Right. Yeah.
There's a reason these noises are annoying to begin with. Putting them all together at one time does not make them pleasant.
We're looking for honed skills and talent.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So, is there anything we didn't get a chance to talk about? Anything we missed?
I think we're good.
Okay.
I think our main focus right now is Battle of the Bands.
Yeah.
And
sign up.
Need to get your entries in, and that's going to be coming up really fast.
Yeah. So and it's submit a little video with you playing a song or two there, and just submit it to the website. You'll find the applications, the rules, everything you need to get submissions in, and then wait for a phone call to tell you what to do next. But also remember, sign up to perform, but you're also committing yourself to some practices and actually in the actual event on July 2nd if you win. So if you're not available for those things, please don't sign up because we need you for all of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, good deal.
All right. Well, thank you for having us in. We really appreciate it.
Anytime. Grab some of that La Grande Victoria. That stuff's pretty good. Although that pepper is now reminding me it's a pepper, and I'm trying to talk to you, and I'm like, and then pepper talks back. But
you are sweating a little bit right now.
But thank you guys, and we'll see you next time. All right.
All right. Great. Thank you very much.
All right.
We really
take
appreciate
care. It's 9:47. Let's pause for news, your Sean Hannity update, your SRM business update, and a quick break. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update. I'm Jared Cirillo. The city of Roswell reminding people at the Burt Murphy Family Splash Pad at Pocorn Park that the emergency shutoff button for the splash pad is indeed for emergencies only. A number of people have been pressing the button multiple times a day for non-emergency, and that requires a staff member to physically go to the splash pad to turn the water back on and reset the emergency button, which takes some time. And during that time, the splash pad is inoperable. So the city reminding people, don't press the emergency shutoff button unless there is an actual emergency. Also, the city of Roswell reminding people that fishing should not be done at the J. Kenneth Smith Bird Sanctuary and Nature Center at 401 North Sycamore Avenue. Fishing is prohibited at the site in order to protect the water resources that are important to the birds and other wildlife. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo reporting.
The truth and nothing but. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Joe Manchin is now a racist. Same with Senator Sinema. These are the attacks that you get if you dare to go against the radicalism of this new left wing. I mean, the funny thing is you can't have a more radically left president than Joe Biden. His agenda is the Bolshevik Bernie squad agenda. It is far left socialism, new Green Deal socialism. And anybody that opposes it will be called every and any name in the book. I mean, Jane Fonda's out there condemning Biden for failing to be bold on climate change. He's not acting fast enough. Well, what do you think the COVID emergency relief monies were all about? That money was being funneled as a down payment for the new Green Deal.
Keeping you on the straight path. Later today, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
You know, last year there was a victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. Now, a criminal, they could be spending your money, applying for loans in your name, damaging your good credit, and even selling your personal information on the dark web. Now, the answer? LifeLock Identity Theft Protection. LifeLock, they see threats you will miss on your own if you're only monitoring credit, and they will alert you if they find something that could be suspicious. And if you become a victim of identity theft, well, they have U.S.-based identity restoration specialists that will work to fix it for you. And nobody can prevent all identity theft and monitor every single transaction of every business, but LifeLock by Norton can help protect your personal information. Join now, this week only. It's the Better Than Black Friday sale. Save up to 35% off your first year. Just go to LifeLock.com. Use the promo code Hannity. Now, this sale is only 7 days. Go to LifeLock.com right now. Use the promo code Hannity. Save up to 35%. Don't wait. Offer ends June 13th.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Get ready for a few days of very hot temperatures. We'll be hitting around 103 to 105 this afternoon. We have high pressure over the Four Corners area and downslope wind coming off the mountains, and that'll crank our temperatures up today. We'll be getting plenty of sunshine, upper 60s overnight and clear, and then another sunny hot day tomorrow with our highs between 106 and 108. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander. Electric vehicle maker Lordstown Motors says it may not be in business a year from now as it tries to secure funding to start full production of an electric pickup truck. Lordstown says the $587 million it had on hand as of March 31st isn't enough to start commercial production and to begin selling the truck. Ski areas across the United States experienced a strong rebound over the winter, despite COVID-19 health restrictions. The National Ski Areas Association says skier visits to resorts totaled 59 million this season. On Wall Street, the Dow slipped 30 points to 34,599. The Nasdaq up 43 to 13,924, and the S&P 500 closed at 4,227. With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Customizable office equipment is one stop away at PTS Office Systems. Of course, you and the business next door do different things, so you need different office equipment. PTS Office Systems has fully customizable office equipment in stock, waiting to be delivered to your business. Get fully customized office equipment to meet your office's specific needs. The day and age of one-size-fits-all office equipment is gone. Shop around at PTS Office Systems today at 217 North Main in downtown Roswell.
Reineke Medical and Chiropractic Center is your all-in-one general care center with a focus on symptomatic treatment, treating the symptoms and areas of the body that need it most. Reineke Medical knows that personal care is less about treating the condition and more about treating the patient. That's why your comfort, safety, and well-being are of the utmost importance. Call Reineke Medical and Chiropractic Center at 575-623-3155 to learn more or to book your appointment. That's 575-623-3155.
As the school year comes to an end and COVID restrictions start to ease, don't lose sight of the lessons learned. Cover your cough, positive personal hygiene, respect one another, show and tell others you love them. Fiscal and social responsibility are great ways to show your love. This is Damon Graham, your local New York Life agent. I can help you show your love to others. Call me at 575-623-0803 so we can determine how you best can show your love. Expect to be blessed.
Today we're going to give you the 5th key to a great marriage, taken from Drs. Les and Leslie Perot. Hi, this is Pastor Troy and Julie Smotherman for The Joy of Marriage. The 5th key is commitment, living the love you promised.
Galatians 6:9 says, "And let us not get tired of doing what is right, for after a while we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't get discouraged and give up." You know, one of the keys to commitment is just deciding in your heart, I'm never giving up on God, I'm never giving up on my marriage, I'm never giving up on my family.
Commitment is a promise made and kept by two imperfect people. It's good for our kids to see that problems happen and we're committed to solving them together.
If you want all 5 keys to a great marriage, you can go to our website at jomconference.com.
Are you okay? COVID affects everyone and can make us feel alone and overwhelmed with stress, anxiety, and grief. Many of us are worried about jobs, money, housing, testing, and missing classmates, friends, and family. We can help you cope with COVID. Call 505-954-1057 now for free and confidential phone counseling. We are in this together. Cope with COVID. Call 505-954-1057. Paid for by New Mexico Behavioral Health Services Division.
Clay Travis. We are going to represent what Rush always represented, which is the full fruition of American freedom. Buck Sexton.
There is nothing that has ever been comparable to being at that golden mic.
Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, inspired by Rush. You'll hear them both right here on this station at this time, starting Monday after Father's Day weekend.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Linen can absorb up to 20 times its weight in moisture before it feels damp. Now, you don't have to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom anymore. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 9:55. Got a few minutes here before we wrap up today's show. I went back in there and grabbed another piece of chicken there. You know what? There was like some chorizo or something at the bottom there, too. I didn't even get to that part. I was down there. I was like, oh, there's so much meat in that plate. It was delicious. Big thank you to the fine folks at La Grande Victoria for bringing that by. We're going to get them on the show and get them to spill some secrets. Actually, that's not true. I'm going to try, but they won't crack. They never do. But big thank you to them. Of course, if you missed any part of our show, you can go back and check it out at your leisure. Just log on to ksvptv.com. We chit-chat in the 7 o'clock hour. It went off the rails. I ain't going to lie. Then in the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15, we had Leah Boom with Central Valley Electric Cooperative join us, talking about the heat and talking about conserving some energy. And then, of course, the home energy audit program available through CVE and all their other amenities for their members available at cvecoop.com, or .org, I'm sorry, and you can go there. And then, of course, we just had the Roswell Community Little Theater join us, talking about Battle of the Bands. Go to roswelltheater.com if you would like to sign up your band to be the opening act for Cheryl Shepard when she's performing at the UFO Festival on July 2nd. They're doing a Battle of the Bands. Deadline to get your entries in is on June 15th. Go to roswelltheater.com to view all the rules and to submit your video for the Battle of the Bands. And then, of course, at the beginning of the hour, we had a delicious delivery from La Grande Victoria. And there are, and we sampled it. It was their meats and things on tortilla. It was Mocajete La Victoria. It's a style of cooking in Chihuahua. There where their family's from, and we got to sample the food. Go swing over and try it for lunch day if you can't wait. La Grande Victoria. It's over there on was that 4th Street for folks that were the old Schlotzky's. If you remember Schlotzky's there on 4th Street, that's where La Grande Victoria is. We walk there from here. It is a stone's throw from right here. So come on by and give it a try. It was good. It was really good. I'm thoroughly. I'm all like, see, now I'm at the point where like I don't want to go crazy in there because I got other people. I don't want to share, but I ain't gonna lie. If I could get away with it, I'd take that tub and just go home. Like, no for you. I'm keeping it. But it was really good. Thank you to La Grande Victoria. Swing on by for lunch. They got you. They'll feed you good. Or breakfast. You can go there now for delicious breakfast foods, too. We'll have to get in on some of that soon, too. Also, don't forget on Monday, the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico will be having their new flag and brick installation dedication ceremony. It will take place at 5:30 p.m. on Monday, Flag Day, June 14th. It will be at the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico, 200 North Lee Street. If you haven't seen the installation, it's really nice. They started several years ago where they were going to build a brick walkway up to the house there, and people purchased bricks and had them inscribed with their, honoring family members or different community organizations or people, events, things, and the walkway. But unfortunately, the logistics of the walkway just isn't going to work without jacking up all the bricks and everything. So they built, they came up with this idea and doing the flag. And so we got an awesome flagpole, great flag, and then this beautiful brick display around the flag. It's like a dedication area, and we're going to have it dedicated on Monday. The Chamber Redcoats will be there. They're going to have, of course, the dedication ceremony with refreshments, door prizes, much more, and all happening at the Historical Society Monday beginning at 5:30 p.m. All right, I guess that's going to do it for us. The Rush Limbaugh program coming up here on the other side. Don't forget, we got the Travis and Sexton show. That's going to be starting the Monday after Father's Day, June 21st. Look forward to hearing them. All right, have a wonderful day. Hope all of you are going to do well and just have amazing things happening today. We'll talk to you bright and early tomorrow. Till then, take care.
Talk radio has landed on the all